welcome back to Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition. I'm Ryan, I'm your GM. I'm joined by my players. Players, hello. Love the silence, thank you.
Hello.
Oh, hey!
Hey!
Oh, hey, what's up?
I thought we were gonna pop on screen real quick and then leave.
We don't have any of those like cards that they hold up in live audiences
Yeah.
that tell you when to clap
When
or
to clap.
applaud. So
I'm gonna
I was
send those.
confused.
I'm gonna send those in the mail to you guys.
That'd be good.
And
Appreciate
I'll have the control here, and it'll light up with different things to do.
Love it.
Great. So, let me find my notes. When last we left off, you, the Echoes of the Broken Chain, Velseis was returned to you, and you have left the ruins of Fort Ostagroth, conquered for now, and under your watch, to return to the city of Otha and prepare to journey to Beekeeper Peak. While in Otha, you have noticed that the Blood-Eye Blight continues to spread through the city's swampy streets. And some of you took direct action to try to prevent the disease further spreading before leaving. You also reversed the unnatural aging that Siromon fell victim to, and found out that Beekeeper Peak's planes and bees can produce magically imbued honeys. You all finally traveled to the peak itself, meeting a commune of strangely sexually open beekeepers, before passing into the veil of night, and endless nighttime that is slowly growing, seemingly emitting from the great green chain that hangs slowly above the peak. And it is there, at the base of the great mountain of Beekeeper's Peak, that we will pick up this session of the Veiled Light. The immense mountain looms over you, its many layers building one atop another until they disappear into thick patches of cold snow. The great green chain looms above, waves of dark night occasionally leaking out like oil into an ocean, with rhythmic pulses that now become an audible whoosh and hum. The air is cold, the stars twinkle faintly above you, and you see in front of you a large cavernous passageway that would lead down. But also, I believe last time you looked around and you noticed that there were a few potential spots along the mountain's surface that could also be entry points.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're here in front of this cave. What would you like to do? Welcome back.
I think we decided to go to the bottom one, right? Because we'll work our way up as opposed to like skipping through the entrances. I guess see what's in there anyways to begin with.
Okay.
Above table. I thought we were like debating. I wasn't sure if we decided yet.
Are we trying to split the group?
I don't know.
no, thank you.
Velseis
never
would
got
say,
split.
hell no.
He's never done a split.
Velseis would say he's afraid of the dark.
I'll go with you.
Siromon's afraid of ghosts.
I'm afraid of ghosts. You're afraid of the dark. We'll hang out together.
Well, realistically, I mean, wouldn't it be wise to like go through it like quickly, I guess? But I feel you. We don't know what to expect. There are also the potential of finding arachno crawlers. Is that the name? So possibility, allegedly.
The beekeeper did mention that if the ground rumbles beneath you, you should stop moving.
Just stop. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
Easy. So together it is.
So they
three.
have tremor sense.
Yes.
If we
shut
Allegedly.
up. Allegedly.
if we look above us, like, can you describe the face of the mountain? Is it sheer? Is there a path up?
It's
I
interesting.
I think we made a perception check last time and saw that there is a
A path.
path.
It's almost like the great layers of a cake, where every 50 or 55 feet or so, it slowly goes in and forms another layer that comes up, goes in, comes up, goes in, so on and so forth. But you see that mud, dirt, plant life, snow, things like that have begun to fill, or not begun, have over time filled the various layers of this cake to smooth it out so that it looks more like a natural mountain. But there's something off about it. It seems uniform, constructed, yes, to a sense. But Velseis,
And all
you see
living
up
things
above,
have been moving this way.
yes, they've been going away from it.
Okay.
But yeah, Velseis, you see up
all
above
the animals.
the peak, the flat-topped, domed peak that you remember walking down.
I think.
Or did you walk
realistically-
down the inside or the outside?
That's a good question. You've been
Oh,
here before.
actually, yeah.
The question for the DM.
You walk down the outside.
That's what I assumed. How long? Do I remember how long it took to get down? This is huge.
That was flashes. You remember you were barefoot. In fact, you were mostly
He picks
nude.
win.
Any of the clothing that you had on you when you woke up was tattered, old, mostly gone, rotted away. You remember that the sisters tried to warm your feet, and no matter how long you were near the fire, your skin temperature wouldn't change.
It's weird.
Before we go forward, can I stick my head back out of the veil of darkness and look up roughly like what time
way
of day
behind
is it?
you. It's way behind
Oh,
you.
okay,
Yeah,
we're way
past
past that.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
yeah.
moved
Yeah.
out.
You walked another like 30, 45 minutes past the edge of the veil.
Okay. And
Yep.
we left early in the morning, took like a couple hours to get to the
No,
quiet
it's
marsh.
been about it's been like 6 or 7 hours of walking. So it's
Okay.
the afternoon now.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
4 p.m., 3 p.m.
Yep.
Maybe later.
Alright.
Okay, easy.
So that means that depending on how long this is going to take, which I don't think that it's going to be something quick and easy, that means we're going to be resting inside or on the edge of the mountain sometime tonight. So keep that in mind with making our decision of whether we're going inside or outside.
Oh, we're going inside for show.
But we really
So-
don't know what the difference would be anyway. So
Yeah,
That's very
above table, I think outside's safer. Inside's way more interesting. I want to go inside.
Is there any way that I could use divine sense on the veil, like just to feel it out, just like
Oh, if it's divine.
not the traditional sense, but you know what I mean, like just
So not the
Harpy.
mechanic, but the role play.
yeah, correct.
Yeah, we're back, by the way. We're rolling again.
We're back.
To
We're
use,
back.
use divine sense on the veil.
Like look at it and kind of, you know what I'm saying, like use divine sense, trying to see if I feel anything realistically. But like I said, it's more role play than the mechanical thing.
Yeah, you can.
Bet. Can I use divine sense on the veil?
Yeah, if you want to burn that divine sense.
Yes, sir. Burned already.
that burned.
It's strange. With each wave of the night that passes over you, you get celestial in the air almost. It's like a breach between here and above. Like you're peeking through to another realm for just a moment before it just turns back into a night.
Cool. I keep that to myself.
Okay. That's okay.
Never change, Galliard.
Well, I mean, I'm relaxed.
But yeah, so yeah, you guys are here. You're at the base of Beekeeper Peak. There's a cave in front of you. What are you doing?
Look, there's no point in just waiting out here, right? We came here to stop the chains. We gotta go in and see what's going on. So my only question is, who's leading? Who's staying? Who's keeping the rear?
It's more dangerous on the inside, but yeah, I think you're right. I think I should go in the front. I've got the fastest movement. I could scout ahead a little bit and run back if I need to.
Okay.
Siromon's afraid of ghosts. I'll go with him and make sure that nothing could spook him on the way.
Yeah, Ray
You
and
want
watch the
light
six.
on your staff?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
Actually, I have my rock.
That only lasts for a minute, buddy. And I touch the tip of his
Touch the
rock,
rock.
and put the light on it.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So you're descending into this cave.
Yeah, I'll take the lead.
All right.
I'm going to try and stay like 20, 30 feet in front of everybody.
Are you and me taking up the rear, Galliard?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay. The cavern opens in front of you, and it seems like many other caves that some of you may have stayed in to shelter from storms during days of travel. Wide-mouthed, open, and leading slightly down to where you see broken rock formations and stalactites, stalagmites farther down in. It's dark. There's no light except for the light that you are producing magically.
Guess we just kind of keep going. I don't see.
Okay. Are
Yeah.
you sneaking down, walking down? What's the vibe?
Be quiet.
I don't think I'm sneaking, but I'm not trying to be loud. Like I'm keeping like a calm, slow pace for the most part.
Pace.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a hike.
Okay. It doesn't descend as far as you would think. It's wider, open, but shallow. And you see something. You see feathers on a great bear-like body. But it's laid out and it seems to be laying down.
Does it
Big is
look?
it? Can I?
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I would use dark vision in a sense if it's dark.
Yeah,
But how
you can make out
big
the
is it?
shape more.
Yeah.
It's large. This is, you recognize an owl bear. This is
Yeah,
a
for sure.
large owl bear. This one seems as big, if not bigger, than the mother owl bear that you ran into a few weeks back as you were traveling to Port Tamale for the first time. It's quite
Jeez,
large.
okay.
It doesn't seem to be moving.
I was gonna say, does it look sweepy or does it look dead?
Is it sweepy?
Is it sweepy or dead?
Give me. Are you just gonna hold up the light of the stone out?
Yeah, like just forward, just enough to try and get shadows off of it to see.
Give me a perception check.
Okay, I think that's what they're doing.
Are we close to Siromon?
I'm keeping
That's up to
about
you.
30.
Are you close to Siromon or no?
Gotcha. 30 feet.
I was trying to keep 30 feet ahead so that I
Like
could
a
scout.
full movement away? Yeah.
Yeah. 15 on perception.
Okay. It's not asleep. It's dead. You see
Yeah.
no breathing, no moving, and you only see most of it, as some of its back half is missing.
Okay. I think I would stop and let everyone catch up and point it out and say, I think something had dinner, and if that's its dinner, I might be next on the plate.
I have seen an arachno crawler before. Obviously, was fighting one. Would I recognize if it took a bite out of something?
Do
Potentially.
You're still pretty distant from it.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I walk closer.
Do you
with
want
them.
to get closer to it to try to ascertain, like investigation,
Potentially,
medical,
yeah.
survival? Does
Yeah,
this
just
look
to
like a similar bite to what you've seen before?
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can
So
I
which
help
one
him
would I roll?
investigate that? Like, we'll look at it together and see what we can discern.
Yeah, give me stealth checks.
I don't have disadvantage anymore, but you
Oh,
do.
shit, I do. Well, that is a 8.
And
And a 12.
Nat 1.
Love
All
it.
right, it's lit. Cool.
damn.
Good start. guys.
How much for no disadvantage?
Hey, couldn't get worse than that.
Music to start playing.
As you
This fair.
approach this creature, you see, I mean, the owlbear, even laid down, is taller than you are. This was a huge owlbear. And you come up to its back and you see that its entire hind section from the rear hips back are just gone. And you now see, as you're approaching it, the trail of dried blood and ichor that passes further back into a side cavern of the cave. And that's when you hear something. You hear scatter up against the rock face. And Galliard, Velseis, you hear a familiar trilling, a very... And you look over, and you see peeking its immense head out from around the cavern is an arachnidal crawler, larger than the one you fought down below. It doesn't seem to have seen you yet until Ray comes up and catches a rock and falls down, clattering his armor onto the ground, echoing out into the cavern. And then the creature steps up and it starts roaring its head high, and it's easily 15 feet above you now. Its head is glancing up against the top of the cavern.
Can I move to grab a rock and throw it, or as far as I can, like deep into the cavern?
You could, if it were your turn.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's already started. Never mind.
As we're going to go into combat. Let's see. Let's do 25 to 20. Anybody?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay, Siromon.
Talk too much shit.
20 to 15.
Oh, shit.
19.
19.
Yeah.
Okay. 15 to 10. No? Damn. Okay, that would be this. 10 to 5. 5 to 1.
I got a 1.
Okay.
I got a
Plus
4 in total. Yeah.
4 and... Okay.
Wait, do you have no
Yeah.
dexterity mod?
Now flat 0.
Wow.
Damn.
It's
Crazy.
fucking lit, boys. Great.
Love it.
Yes.
Siromon, you're up first. This towering, gargantuan, armored insectoid worm is peeking out from behind a large pile of refuse and slime, facing you now, making odd noises.
Hmm.
Can we get a description of these noises?
You've heard them. So what's up?
Does it look like it's coming just our direction, or like directly at us because he fell?
It's noticed you.
Okay, all right. I was gonna try and throw the owlbear at it. My only
Owlbears
option
are
is
heavy.
That's
Dude.
wild.
my only option is to run up and punch it. I can't do anything else. Monks are not
I don't
good
know,
long distance.
You could still try to throw the owlbear at it,
I know, but I don't.
It's
wanna-
noticed
It is
you.
heavy, and
but the owlbear does technically qualify as still as a source of food.
Could I? Ooh, could I?
Get in
Is
the
it
owlbear
dumb?
and move it like a puppet?
I
No.
could I start like football running the owlbear towards the arachnocrawler?
Like you're pushing a freaking a training
Like the training
equipment.
dummies? Yeah, like it is
Mhm.
between me and it, so like maybe it would go for it because it's coming at it.
It would be confused. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. Give me an athletics check. Let's
Hell
see what's
yeah.
up here.
Oh yeah.
It's D&D, baby.
18.
18. What's your
Draw.
movement?
Draw.
Your total movement's 40?
40.
With an 18.
Put your
I would
back
say-
in.
I will also key point dash if I need to get it all the way over
Oh,
there.
okay. Yes. Then, yes, you can move it all the way over using that key point dash.
And I kind of just want to ram it into it, so it's almost like, you know, like we're like, boom, like not getting close, but like, ah.
Okay. So its head is up and like facing down. So are you trying to like here eat this
Torso.
or
Yeah, kind of like I'm putting it in between us of like, and trying to ram it into its body, and if it comes like slamming down on top of us, I'm gonna like dodge out of the way so that it maybe goes for the owlbear instead.
okay?
That's the plan. If that plan works, that will be the question.
Good plan.
It's an interesting plan, and it would fit the trend of fighting these things by not fighting them directly. Give me an animal handling check.
Oh, I have a plus 3.
This is
in
the
that,
same
actually.
thing that you did with the Grix.
If he trills
yeah.
back with his trunk, I'm gonna lose my shit.
That's a 12.
Okay. It brings its head down onto the owlbear. Well, it's not actually its turn. We'll see what happens on its turn.
Okay. And then I'm assuming all that's kind of like my action.
Yes, that would be your action.
And your bonus was to Step of the Wind.
Yeah, I guess so. I can't. Yeah, I don't have a second bonus action. So yeah, no, never mind. That's all I can do.
All right. Ray, the dirt tastes nice. Really mealy, lots of irony stone. But you're on the ground.
I'm gonna get up, dust myself off a little bit. Like,
Okay.
sorry, that was not my intention.
It's half your movement.
To help us out, I'm going to cast little bless. Do a little incantation and then cast bless on. I think I got to get closer to Siromon. I don't think he's within 30, is he?
You still have 15 feet of movement.
I'll move over 2, up 1. Left.
Like here?
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
And then I'll do bless on Siromon, Galliard, and Velseis.
Bless up.
Yep,
Yes.
perfect. Hashtag bless.
Alright, what does that do again?
So you get to add a
So-
D4 to any saving throw or roll for attack.
Oh, lit. Okay.
Not damage.
All
Just
right.
attack.
Good
To
hit.
hit,
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you only
Just
bless
to-
them, or did you bless yourself as well? Did you upcast it? Or
I
just
no, just first level,
Okay.
3 of them. And then that's it. I don't have any other.
is lit. Great.
Yeah. So all of you
The
guys
worm.
have a little platinum glowing around you.
I like that.
So the arachno crawler, it sees this bountiful feast offered at its feet. It's going to come down on top of it, and its massive jaws with 6 great serrated, sharp as blades pincers that surround the circular tooth-filled mouth come down, and it clamps onto it. It wraps it up, and then it flings it out. So, Siromon, I need a dexterity saving throw
Okay.
to dodge out of the way.
Plus a D4.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and use it.
It's just straight for a minute, so you can use it multiple
Oh,
times.
it's not one use. That's right. Okay. 17.
Okay. Yep, you succeed as this the owlbear's half corpse is flung across the room into this pillar, shattering
touch
parts of
this.
the pillar onto the ground as the crawler moves forward.
Your dinner.
Yeah, just flew right over you as the crawler moves forward.
It does shake the whole camera. That's tight.
Yeah, it's kind of wild. So yeah, that is. I'm gonna say that you've wasted its action by
Fuck yeah.
doing that. So
Fuck
it will
yeah.
move up into your space. So if you try to leave, it can attack of
Yeah.
opportunity. But other than that, that's it.
No, now I'm gonna punch it.
Galliard.
Oh, I want to use Shield of Faith on Siromon. That means his
AC goes up by
by
2?
2. Yeah.
All right, Siromon, remember that because you're already marked for bless.
Yeah.
Bless up, baby.
Bless
And
up.
then as long as I use an action, I can use double action, right? You said for an attack, I mean, right? So if I use my javelin, I can use my breath weapon right after.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna throw my
it just
javelin
has to
first.
be an attack action followed by an attack action.
Okay, word. Then yeah, I'm gonna throw my javelin at this fool.
Okay.
That is,
Plus a D4.
I mean, okay, bet. So that's a 29 hit.
That does hit. Good.
Okay, lit. I was like, yo, all right, does that hit or not? Let me see here. Douche. So that damage for that is going to be an 8.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna do my breath weapon, which is a dexterity saving throw, I think,
Mhm.
or a dexterity save on your end.
What's the total?
14. I haven't done this in a minute.
Okay, it fails.
Okay, cool.
It's too big.
It's
The energy comes at it. It's not smart enough to know what that is, and even if it were to try to move, it's just too large to get out of the way at this moment.
Cool. The damage on that is a 10,
Great.
and that will end my turn.
Cool. Yeah. You spear a javelin into the side of this great creature.
Oh.
It barely reacts, and then you breathe lightning out, and the lightning arcs through the javelin into the creature's side, and you finally get a chitter at that. Velseis. Velseis Windigot H, because it can't put your whole name there. You're up.
Okay. What's that? It's gonna be 15, 20, 25, 30. That's way. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and move to that pillar on the right hand side.
This one?
Yeah, maybe. It should be like, yeah, up. There you go. Perfect.
So that's 15.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast an Eldritch Blast.
Ooh.
Fancy.
Who would have thunk it?
Who'd have thunk, right?
Do you hex him first, or?
Pretty sure yeah, I'll go ahead and hex him first.
All right.
Yeah.
Hex baits
I
curse.
Mm-hmm. So it's only for a minute for the curse. How long are the rounds?
6 seconds.
6 seconds.
Yeah, 10 rounds, so you're fine.
10 rounds, okay.
Yep.
That's gonna last, yeah.
That sickly off green is his hex,
And it's a d20 to hit,
as
right?
he's now spelled up.
Yep.
Yes.
Spelled up.
Oh,
Spelled up, baby.
he's all spelled.
And at 5th level, you get 2 Eldritch Blasts. I believe.
Yeah, it's just different. So do I have to roll for both to hit?
Yes,
Is
you
that the
roll
way
for
it's gonna
each
work?
blast to
Okay.
hit. Yep.
And D4
Okay.
added to both.
Oh, and then a plus 8 to hit. So 13 plus 8. That is going to
That
be
hits.
21.
That hits.
And then find a d4. Okay. So
Uh-huh.
I got one hit.
One
Okay.
hit.
And then a 24. Does 24 hit?
That hits. Yeah.
Okay,
It's a
and then
large, large thing. It'll hit.
And then I need to roll a d10 plus 5. So
Yeah.
Twice.
Twice.
Which one's a d10? I don't think I've rolled a d10, man.
Complex looking diamond.
It's the complex
Yes.
diamond, not the simple diamond.
Got like extra sides, yeah.
Yeah, there's
Gotcha.
5
Five
sides
Good
on
call.
top, 5
Good
sides
call.
on bottom.
Cool.
And then isn't it also +2 because of your hex?
I think so. So that's going to be. The first one's going to be a 7. Let me check the hex real quick.
Well, he has Hexblade's Curse. Wouldn't that be melee, I believe? I can't remember.
Yeah, second.
I don't remember, honestly.
No, it's just
I don't
plus 3 bonus to damage rolls. Any
Okay, good.
damage rolls.
Then
Hell
slap
yeah.
that
And it's
extra
crit if I
damage.
hit a 19 or a 20. So that's
Oh.
going to be 9. So the first one's 12 damage.
Okay.
And the other
You
one's
said you
going
rolled
to
a
be.
7, right?
No, I rolled a 4.
Oh.
So, and then this one's going to be 13. 3. That's going to be 16. So 16 for one of them, for the last one.
Damn. All right. Awesome. Your
Fucking cannon.
two blasts of arcane energy just shoot out of your hands into this thing, impacting right near where the javelin struck and was electrified as you've targeted them towards that region. The creature kind of rears up and its head bangs up into the cavern and stone falls around it as it takes that injury. That's awesome. Great. Siromon.
And then I will end turn. That's everything I got.
Siromon, you up.
It's my turn.
I mean, Siromon,
since-
it's your turn.
Siromon. Since it's in my face now,
It's in your
I will-
business.
I'm gonna hit it with my staff twice.
Okay.
An 11 and an 18.
Okay, the 11 does not hit, the 18 does.
Okay.
Could you do a D4 for the 11?
Oh, let me do.
You are blessed. You are hashtag
let
blessed
me-
up.
It's 14 now.
That just barely misses.
Damn. Okay. So that's fine. I'll do the. So he'll take 5 points of damage from my one hit on the staff, and then I will Arms of the Astral Self with a key point.
Okay. Which is a save on its part.
Yeah, he'll do a strength save, DC 14.
How much damage for that hit again? Sorry.
Did I say 5? I think 5.
Okay.
5.
Yeah, 5 for the.
Okay, and then
Stats. If he passes,
it's
a
a
14,
strength save.
Yes.
It fails.
Fuck. Oh no, dex save. Sorry.
Oh,
14.
it still fails.
Okay. Then it will take 6 points of damage extra.
Okay.
As ghostly trunks appear around me and start slapping it.
All right. Love it.
The way you say that fucking kills me.
Are you scared of the
And
trunks?
that's.
Me?
I don't think so, because they're
You're not.
mine, right?
Yeah, you're not. It's a joke.
I think it would
It's
also.
a ghostly trunks. Got it.
We laugh
I
at
would-
once.
Every
it's
time it
totally
slaps,
true.
you're like,
I'm gonna use my 40 movement to get around it too.
Okay. Yep. Yep.
However far that would get me.
It's large, but yes, you can get around it.
Cool. And then that's where I'm on my turn.
Okay. All right. Ray, you're up.
Okay. Let's see. I am going to load my crossbow with one of the Ember Shard arrows
Okay.
and fire.
All right.
Um, 17 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. So a D8 and then a D4. So 3 points of regular damage and 3 points of fire damage.
Okay. Great.
And
the
then
bolt impacts into one of the weak points in the chitinous armor, and then you watch as sparks of flame dance through the armored shell area, like the dividing point between the shells for it to flex and bend. Searing flesh, and the room smells now of burnt insect meat.
that's lovely. I'm gonna go over to that like little cavern wall to the left.
Okay.
And in my turn there.
All right. It is now our arachnal crawler's turn. This thing is very stupid, and it's been taking a lot of damage from a lot of sources. I'm gonna roll, and we're gonna see if it even realizes that Siromon got behind it or not. And there's a very high likelihood that it will not realize that Siromon is behind it. Okay.
This thing's getting
nope,
mollywopped, guys.
it did realize that Siromon's behind.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Siromon, it's going to turn towards you, and the great gaping maw of a mouth comes down on you as it tries to bite you. So let's see what it can do here. This is a 19 hit.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Even with the +2 to your armor?
Yeah.
17. Yeah.
Damn.
No.
Yeah, no, I'm bucked.
I remember yours being low. That's why I gave it to you. And because you
No.
just got in there.
No, I'm at full health, which is fine, but my IUC is 15. I get smacked.
That's
I see
10.
this elephant get throwing its
That's 10 piercing damage plus
It's not bad. Oh, never mind.
Poison.
plus 8 points of poison damage. Oh, actually, no. I need a Constitution saving throw. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Plus a D4.
Plus a D4.
Okay. Oh, my D4 did not come out. I'm gonna re-roll that because that got stuck and I had to
okay.
shake. That's it. Okay. I don't trust this die anymore. I'm not looking. It's getting like stuck in the tray and it's weird. Okay, so 16.
16. Okay, good. Cool. So then you only take 4 points of poison damage.
Okay. I'm not
Actually,
as
no.
bad as I thought.
You take no poison damage. And also, you realize it's trying to wrap its mouth completely around you and swallow you. And as it's doing that, at the last moment, you push yourselves out into the side as the 6 pinchers slam together like a iron gate closing right in the space where you just were. So I'm going to shunt you to the side here, actually. Yeah.
Okay. I'm coming up with ideas, and I don't know if they'll work.
Well, good thing you have some time to think about it.
Yeah.
Cool. Now, it is going to bring its back around and try to wrap around you. So I need a strength save.
You're strong.
Oh, I got a +6 on that. Doesn't matter though, because I rolled a 2, so that's an 8.
Great.
What's a D4?
Hold on.
Plus a D4.
11.
Not enough. Excellent. Awesome. You are restrained. Yep. As it has now wrapped its immense body up and out of this hole in the ground that it was digging and has wrapped you up. Girl, it's got you around its finger.
Yeah,
I think it's trying to eat Siromon.
Oh, yeah. You watch saliva, poison-filled saliva is beginning to spill out of the open mouth as it rears its head back up to strike at the target that will not be able to escape. Great. Galliard, you're up.
Lit. Cool. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on the beast.
Okay.
It's also
Okay.
concentration, isn't it?
Oh yeah, is it? Oh shit, I can do both. Huh?
Siromons.
Yeah,
Oh,
so-
right. I didn't think about that.
I'll be honest with you. The +2 is nice, but I've
your
already
whack
got
is what
pretty
you're
low AC anyway, so might as well just start beating the shit out of it.
Yeah, but he
yeah,
wouldn't. Yeah,
I'll
but
get
Galliard wouldn't
Galliard.
drop the
I'll
thing
yell-
on you. Realistically, he wouldn't drop the shield. or
I'll
whatever.
yell out, I'm pretty hard to digest, don't worry about me.
Don't worry, we know.
We're making it roleplay. I love it.
Realistically, he still wouldn't drop it. So I'm gonna keep it.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep the shield of faith. I'm gonna just get up behind it,
Okay.
and I am going to.
Yep, you're in his business.
Yeah, cool. I'm gonna do 2.
Because he's
glaive attacks.
restrained, you don't get advantage.
Okay, lit. That's fine.
You still get a D4.
You still get a
Correct.
D4 though.
So I'm gonna roll both. All right, and then tell you one by one. Yeah.
Do it.
Okay.
Yeah,
First one's
bitch.
a 19, which is a crit, I believe, with mine, without the D4.
That is correct.
Does that hit? And then the oh shit, yeah, 19. So that's a 20. Does a 26 hit?
Yeah.
What about a 22?
Because the 19 crits, it would have hit anyway.
Okay, bet. What about
Yeah.
a 22?
22 does hit as well.
Okay, so they both hit. Let me do the with the crit. I do want to do divine smite. If
Okay.
that's the thing.
Go for
So
it.
the crit is just double the damage plus the modifier, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
And
I'm trying
And
to
double
reroll
dice
once
damage.
on damage die as well, if you roll a 1 on that.
For
There's a-
smite.
So, you said what, Tyler?
Double the smite, too.
Oh shit, word. Okay, hold on. Okay, so I'm gonna get math at you. You
Yeah,
ready?
Any damage die, double.
Okay, lit. All right. So the first strike without the smite is going to be
Without the
a
smite.
17.
Damn.
All right, with the smite, yeah, facts.
All right.
With the divine smite, what is it? 2d8. What the fuck? There's so many die.
You get to choose what level you smite at.
Yeah, I did level 1 realistically. Actually, you know what? Fuck, I do level 2. So that's 3.
Did you already roll
I
them?
did. No, not at all.
Okay.
I'll roll them now. Do I just double the total, right? So
Double the total. If any of them are ones, re-roll it.
that is okay. That's a 1. I thought that was a 7. That's going to be a. That's gonna be 10. Double will be 20.
For the whole
For
other one?
yeah, for the divine
37
smite
for the first
yeah.
hit.
Okay.
So that's with the divine smite, and then I'll give you my regular attack for my second attack, which I'm not gonna do divine sense on that one.
Good divine
So
smite,
that
okay.
one will be a 12.
A 12. All right.
Yes.
God damn. Okay, cool.
Yes, I had to go off.
You plunge your glaive into a weak point in some of the mobile chitinous armor, and then you push an expulsion of divine energy through the soft flesh underneath into the beast. Siromon, you're able to see the inside as parts of the inside of the creature light up with an otherworldly red energy, and it burns like flame until it is belched out by the creature as the burning smoke of burning flesh. Then, which is also followed by a large gout, like a flood of blood from this creature, which will come out and
On my face.
give me another Constitution
Money
save.
shot.
Oh,
Constitution
that was
save.
weird.
Not
Those were good
dexterity.
decks. I was like, I'll fail it. I want to be
No.
covered.
Constitution save.
Are you choosing to fail for the money shot? I'm
For the money
a little
shot.
concerned here.
That's
my God.
wild. That's wild.
Oh my god.
15.
15?
Yeah.
You fail.
Plus the D4.
Oh, I didn't do D4. I keep forgetting. 17.
That's why I keep reminding people.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're able to shift your body away so that most of the blood falls back onto the creature itself, and you don't have to deal with any poisoning effects as it like splashes on you a bit, but you fight it off. You're a monk.
Yeah.
You're good. Great. Velseis, you're up. Velseis, you notice after it expels all of this blood and smoke out of its mouth, it seems to be moving slowly and kind of wavering in place.
Okay.
But you're up.
So what am I? I'm over 30 feet away, right? So yeah, way over 30 feet. Yeah.
No, you're 25 feet.
Oh, perfect. I'm gonna move right up next to Galliard. Just sprint up.
So that'd be 25.
Hell yeah.
And,
Perfect.
And then you could 30.
And,
so you guys
but
can
if
be cute
Yeah.
little buddies, little friends,
we're gonna be buddy.
little boys.
Yeah.
Little polearm buddies.
Let's put some flashlight on
polar
that.
buddies, man.
You can't see it, audience, but they're holding hands. All right.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's canon. It's canon.
It's canon.
It's canon event.
Oh, you could have pole arm for your bonus action.
Yeah, I thought about that literally just now, but we're good.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll to hit first,
You
and I
gonna
roll
you
the D4 as well,
you
right?
shoving that spear in there?
Showing 7. Oh, now 20.
Oh, that's a crit, baby.
My
All
first
right,
crit
all
on a
right.
fucking melee hit.
A crit with Dalarun
Yeah.
there.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
Let's
So I
see
got
what's
a
up.
crit. And I'm gonna roll again because I'm gonna do a multi hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, roll damage
And
first.
then- Do I roll damage? Okay.
You can keep that roll if it was a good one if you want. But
It
roll
was
damage
terrible.
first. Oh, okay. Then don't. I'm nice. Roll damage first.
Okay, fine. And then a D6. I'm not rolling a.
Are you single-handing it?
Just- I think I have to, right? Unless
Do you
Yeah,
have
but
the shield
yeah.
equipped?
I think I do.
Okay.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah. So then I believe it's your spear's D6 plus it's hexed.
That's a D8. Which one's a D6?
It's the normal dice, the square one.
The square.
Yep.
Got it. Okay.
The Monopoly dice.
It's
I
the
got-
Monopoly dice.
All right, and then I double it, right? That's how the crit works.
Double the damage, yes.
And I don't take a 1, right? So it's 6. 6. It's gonna be +1. That'll be 11. And then can I burn a charge for the first time? See what that does. Because I can attach that to the spear, right?
For
Yeah,
is
it's
it
another-
one of the spear's abilities?
Yeah, it's
Which
the
one?
wielder of the spear can choose to spend a charge to add poison damage to their attack,
That is correct.
right? If
Yep.
they please. So I'm gonna burn a charge on the
Okay.
spear. And then I'm gonna roll a D4 here.
Yep. And
You
then-
double that too.
And yep, and as a
Already.
consequence of the crit, you double that.
I got a 1, so I re-roll. Is that right?
Yep, reroll once for crits.
I got a 4, so that's gonna be 8.
Okay.
So it'll be 6 plus, that'll be 14, and then plus 5, that'd be 19.
Okay. Velseis,
One.
how do you want to do this?
Damn.
Oh, dude. Okay, so As I'm sprinting up, I want to say Galliard, and go to grab his hand and have him like jointly like kind of pull, and then I pull myself off him as he throws me up, and I want to go to town and spear this thing as high as I can.
You
do that.
pole vault off of Galliard into it.
Yes.
That's the most
Absolutely not.
300 fucking Age of Sparta shit I've ever heard of. Great. Yeah,
Holding it.
you shift up and mid-air, right in its back, that weak spot where it has taken all the fire damage from divine energy, you watch some of the armor is crumbling away from the heat. It's open, and it's a smooth plunge. The spear goes in all the way down to halfway through the haft. Siromon, you watch a spear puncture through the throat and then go into the other side of the open throat, as the creature does not let out a breath, does not let out a scream. It simply falls.
Which way? Because it might crush me.
No, we're gonna say, for the sake of nice, it falls to the space between the two of you. It slumps over, as that will end combat. So the creature has fallen dead. Ooze begins to seep out of the many open wounds. It looks similar to Siromon, what you felt burn through you, or tried to burn through you a little bit before you were able to resist it. So you would know that anything coming out of this is potentially poisonous.
I think I want to take a closer look at the creature now that it's dead, but I also want to take one of my honeys and eat it, and then use the jar to try and collect some of that corrosive and see if it stays inside the jar.
Yeah, so you eat one of the healing honeys?
Yeah.
Cool.
Let me do that.
So I'm not
I
sure
can give you another. Oh, go ahead.
I'm saying I'm not sure if I put it in there, but for the honey, even when you're healing yourself in combat, we're going to make it an action. And the reason for that is because honey is viscous and thick, and you have to eat the whole jar to get the healing effect. So yeah,
that's generous because that's 6 seconds to get a jar of fucking honey.
Yeah,
That's really nice.
You're slamming that shit like it's wild.
So yeah, I got 3 health back from doing that, and now I've got the jar, and I want to collect some.
Yeah, you can put a honey jar's worth of arachnil crawler blood in your inventory. The chamber is musty and oozy over here, as you do see there are piles of refuse in this corner where it was resting. You see dissolved bones. You see a lot of slime and ooze. You see glints of metal as well.
I recast light on Siromon's staff because it's concentration, I think.
Yep.
And it broke when I did bless.
The lights up.
Oh no, never mind. It's not concentration. It was there the whole time. Never mind.
Oh,
The light stays as it was.
I want to go take a look at the owl bear while everybody else looks at whatever.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk that way with him too.
Okay. What do you guys want to look for at the owlbear? While the other two are finding out what's up.
I think I want to take a look at if this was this owlbear's original home. Did it migrate here? Does it look like this is its actual nest, or did it find itself here and then in the face of a arachnocrawler?
I'll say, looking around and looking at the owlbear, give me a survival check.
Can I help him with that while I'm there?
Yes, you can.
I already get advantage and I have +6 on survival, so.
No, you can't.
22.
22. This is not an owlbear cave. This is not a den for an owlbear.
Mm-hmm.
This creature was probably passing through the region, needed to rest, and rested in the wrong place.
Mm-hmm.
And then rested forever.
Are owlbears usually found in the Underdark? Is that where they're usually common?
No.
No, they're like in woods.
Yeah,
like,
they're a woodland.
Nature.
A woodland.
Their bear is full.
A woodland.
They
and mountain
really are
creature.
I was gonna say, didn't you see owlbears when you guys were in the mushroom forest earlier in the campaign?
No, it was outside in the in the regular woods.
They're
Forest.
just bears, yeah.
Is So its body, I'm assuming, is hanging out of the hole, right? It's not fully out of the hole, right? So it's like slumped over. Is there any other entrances?
Actually, no. This one, the hole was a model thing. This one was full out. It was not.
Oh, okay.
Like digging.
So it was 15 feet tall then.
You noticed as it was moving, a slight groove was being dug into the ground where it was moving, but it was able to rear its head up 15 feet tall. This thing's probably 30, 35 feet long.
Okay.
Like the whole
So it's
body.
completely out. Can I look at the hole? Like walk towards the hole where it came out of? Or is it covered?
There isn't a visible hole that you can see.
Ah, okay.
And I think.
Interesting. It must have just been.
It was. Here's a better descriptor. It was more curled up like a centipede, and less
happy.
Like
I thought
a
it
snake
burrowed
or
out
something.
and like got it. Okay, I see what you mean.
Yep,
Okay.
that's what we had before.
So this cave, and
Exactly.
I'll talk to the group on this one. This owlbear didn't live here. You're saying this arachnocrawler didn't live here. So what does?
Who said that it didn't live here?
Well, if it, I mean, how did it get here? Like, I can't imagine it lives here, right? Those things are typically underground, right?
Yeah. So when Velseis and I saw an arachnocrawler, we saw it burrow out of the ground. This doesn't seem to have done the same thing.
So I think I just want to put our minds in a cautious mode of, we still haven't found the homeowner of this cave.
Okay.
So you're saying this entrance wasn't the move?
Probably not, but we're already here, so.
And you said we saw some metal over here?
Yeah, there's a pile of refuse, like things that it couldn't necessarily digest. It probably regurgitated into a corner.
I check that stuff out.
Yeah, give me an investigation check as you go just elbow
I'll hold the
deep in
light over
mud.
it for him.
I have my nice little pink
Your
glasses.
cute little
on.
glasses. Yep, perfect.
19.
You're able to find like 47 silver. You're able to find a lot of, well, not a lot. You find you find Zalezo scimitars. They're bent and ruined. You find some of the bones of a few humans, which could potentially have been the owners of said scimitars. Nothing particularly of interest, just proof that this thing has been utilizing this place as a waste dump for a while, at least a few weeks, something like that.
Yeah, and it
Are there
seems
any
like
other
maybe the
entrances?
Zalezo that came checking out after this darkness happened, maybe the arachnocrawler might have gotten them, is what I'll point out.
Galliard, give me a perception check to answer your question.
That is a 21.
Looking around with the help of the light spell and what little light is spilling through the cave entrance slightly above you. Well, not light. I guess it's nighttime outside. Never mind. With the help of the light spell and Ray's burning hair, you do not see another... You do not see an arachno tunnel anywhere in here.
But I'm saying like this cave system is closed off. There's no other.
All the walls
Way
seem
in or
solid.
out.
It seems like a cavern, like a delved cavern.
Okay,
Like water made this over time.
cool. Then I'll just reference that. It looks like there's no other way to progress through the mountain.
You can't... What
Through
was
the-
your
gotta go back
perception?
out.
Just to help you.
21.
21. I'll say, as I mentioned earlier, you saw it would leave a slight groove in the stone. And you do see there are a few places that lead up and out that you didn't notice on the way in because it looked natural. There are slight deviations in the cavern floor towards the entrance that groove out to the left, to the right. It could have been coming in from the doorway you entered in,
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
is what you're getting.
Cool.
So
So,
it
then
found its
essentially,
way-
exactly, it found its way into this place the same way we did.
So that's two separate creatures from different habitats who found itself in, well, three because of us, into this cave.
Yeah,
Which-
it looks like I still don't think we can progress to the.
We'll have to head back out
to
and
this-
up.
Yeah.
Do you guys think there's anything valuable on the? I'm gonna point to the massive creatures.
I think anything
not an
it
expert
couldn't
on
digest
game,
ended
but-
up right here, and we got some broken swords over here. If you want a broken sword,
Oh, I'm not talking about that. You could.
Do you mean the
look
meat?
at Yes.
He's-
Owlbear meat is very good.
Yeah, he's talking about delicious in dungeon. Can you eat this thing?
Can we eat this?
I don't know about the arachne crawler,
Between
but
the leather and the chitin and stuff on the bodies.
Do you want to give me a rudimentary nature check, Velseis, just to see if parts would be usable?
Oh, I rolled. That's fine. And I got a 5.
A 5? Again, you're not an expert. You're not a hunter. You breaking down animals and reutilizing them isn't your thing. This is a monster. The armor was pretty armored. You were able to find the weak spots, but you can assume that if you were to collect the chitin, the armored plates, and if you were to remove the serrated pincers from outside of the mouth, that could potentially be used by somebody as something. You're not sure what with a 5. You just think, okay, if you want, you can burn a memory of the past for me. That's up to you. That's up to you. You don't have to.
I think it's worth it.
Okay, never mind then.
I think if you mention that at all, I'm ripping one of the teeth off.
Right.
One of the big ones?
Yeah.
Cool. It is 3.5 feet long.
We don't have
I was
anything
gonna
to put it
say,
in.
Yeah, we
don't have anything
definitely
to put
shouldn't
anything.
carry things that we don't need right now. Maybe
I
on
can
the way
strap it
out.
to my back though. Like with
Yeah,
rope,
I mean, we can leave it at the top of the.
whatever.
We
Give
can
me-
leave it at the top of the cave and come back for it.
Siromon, give me a strength check, low DC. You're strong.
That's a 17.
Cool. You start tugging on it and it resists, but you see there's a point inside where if you rip some of the tendon that's holding it in, because they were movable.
Yeah.
Mandibles,
If you rip that, it pulls right out, and with a gout of poisonous blood that, of course, you move out of the way. It's 3.5 feet tall. It's sharp.
Yeah.
It's heavy.
I'm gonna put some like leather on some of the sharp parts to tie rope around that to like sling it onto my back.
Do you have leather on you?
I would assume in one of my kits, right?
I think potentially.
Uh,
You do have rope, I believe.
It doesn't. Yeah, it's got like rope, hempen, and stuff like that. Doesn't specifically say leather, I guess.
If you want, you could do a rope wrap and then have that like slinged.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, of course.
I'm
Slap
gonna
it back.
move to try to pull one of the chitin plates off and see how long it takes.
Yeah. As in, just a little like, ooh, that's in there, or as in you're trying to take it off.
As in, like, I'm trying to take it off.
Give me a
Yeah, I'm gonna
strength
see.
check.
Gotcha. Lucky for me,
You so strong.
strong boy.
I got a nat 20, baby.
Damn. What's
That's
the
another
total?
20, dude.
No, I know.
It's 23.
It's fine.
23.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah. That's great.
You're a little shrimpy compared to Siromon, so it does take you longer than what he did, but you lift the chitin flap up and you see there's a lot of connecting tissue underneath, and you're able to slide the tip of your spear and start disconnecting those points. And eventually it gets to a point where it's easy enough that you can just pull it right off. I would say it's about like from the tip of your fingers to your elbow would be the size of this chitin piece. And it's
Gotcha.
about as wide as like a half shield, kind of. Like
Okay, and then,
like a gladiator's like arm shield.
yeah,
If
I
that's
gotcha.
around what it looked like.
Oh,
Yeah, like not a full shield, but
Yeah.
Captain America shields. Like this.
yeah,
Small.
Maybe.
Do it take them a little bit to pull these pieces off of the worm?
Siromon, no. Velseis, like just a couple minutes. Just a couple
Okay.
minutes.
While he's doing that, can I do detect magic and just walk around this cave and
Yes,
see?
Yes, 100%. 100%. Detect magic. You are.
I'm gonna ritual cast it.
There's. So 10 minutes.
Yeah, since they're taking a little
Okay,
bit to
yeah.
do all
Yeah.
of this.
At the end of the ritual casting, the air itself is magical here. It's everywhere. When looking up, it's almost the same. I believe it's what you can see. Is that correct?
30-foot sphere. Yeah, anything I can. No, I can sense anything in a 30-foot sphere.
Oh, okay. It's awesome.
So no, I don't have to
You-
see it, just sense it.
you see there's a perfusion of the magic in the air that is rhythmically coming down from above, like rain. And you're smart enough, it's coming from the chain. And it's permeating the whole air here. But you're also getting like a counterbalance from below. Deep below. You don't see a pathway to it or anything like that. But you gauge it'd be roughly 600 feet ahead, but maybe a mile down.
Okay.
And it's like an opposite wash of magic is coming up from that direction.
Do I get a sense of the type of magics that are interacting?
From above, oddly enough, divine. From below, it's a mix of arcanes. It's a jumble of arcanes. I would say you can't pick the individual school because there's a lot of them.
Okay.
Yep.
Just so you guys
can't, like see it. So
yeah. Just so you guys know, there is a lot of magic aura within this cave. Obviously, the stuff that's coming down from the chain, but something's also coming up from underneath us.
I am curious of this cave, especially since there's nowhere to go. But it may be that we need to come back here.
Or it's just a dead-end cave. And I want to be pulling off a second piece.
we'll put that with the previous roll. You're taking another piece off while we're talking. Yeah.
Or the rest is coming from the Underdark, if that's a possibility.
Well, I've been in the Underdark a lot. The Underdark itself, I don't believe, just generates all these schools of magic.
I don't
below
think
us.
itself. I'm saying like maybe possibly somebody down there.
Is it like
Well,
generally
didn't-
below? Can you tell, like, is it coming from a direction, like north, south?
He's like, can you tell what direction it's coming from as you're pulling this chitin off?
Just watching you.
Thinking back to when we were talking to the Marquis, didn't we learn that this was created? That the arachno crawlers, there was some sort of deal that was made?
Yes, was the arachno people, I think, right? Was it people? What did we learn in the thing? Yeah, they came and did the peak or whatever. It was man-made. I don't think it was.
Are you talking about the Hall of History?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. You learned in the Hall of Histories that a compact form of alliance was forged between the city of Lathyrus and the final hive of the Arachno. The last hive of their people.
Oh, an alliance.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And
Which is
didn't
good.
you
But you
mentioned
also
that
learned later that the Arachno were destroyed, their last hive succumbing to that destruction.
Allegedly.
The city is right too, allegedly.
Because it was the calamity, after all.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
right. And didn't you mention something about that when we were talking to the Marquis in Port Damali? Because that's why we were asked to come here.
We were asked to come here because of the chain.
Right. And you brought up what you knew about Beekeeper already.
Oh yeah, which is what Ryan just said.
Right.
Yeah, that's.
I'm trying to draw it into roleplay here, buddy.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to figure out what you're trying to say though.
So
Spit that shit
the
out,
magic,
dog.
the magic's coming from somewhere underneath us. And if you're talking about this being created, and it's not from like a divine source, and it was created by the people of Lathyrus, and this pact that was made, there might still be something going on with that underneath us.
Is the fact that it's divine energy, is that not...
The divine is above us with the chain.
Oh, you're specifically talking about the magic coming from below.
And the divine energy
Yeah.
is being connected with this other magic down below. You're saying?
They just seem to be hitting
Like-
each other,
Connected.
pushing
Okay,
back.
cool.
They're arguing, so to speak.
It's like when a freshwater river meets the sea. That like divide in the two waters.
Yeah, they're not gelling together.
I'm not super magical, even though that's how I met you guys.
Yeah. What about all these trunks around
Ghost
you?
trunks float around you.
These aren't magical. These are just me. But
Do we
is it
No, it's okay.
weird that it's divine magic coming from the chain that's casting darkness? Is that weird?
Well, we don't know a lot about the Dryad and all of their intentions with things, so we don't know what came from them or what imbued them with their power.
I guess that's my question. What divinity, what
god is this?
would want this? You know?
Well, the only way we're
that's
going
something
to
we gotta
find out
find
is
out.
if we
Exactly.
if we continue on this adventure. So I guess we're heading out of this cave and heading up.
Yeah.
I think if we
down.
find the source of the chain energy, we could probably find a way down to the other magic source.
Yeah.
We'll see where it
Allegedly.
takes us.
Cool.
As we leave the cave, I'm just naming what gods I know and who would want darkness. Sylvanas, Tyr, like.
Cool. Let's head out then.
As we leave, I'm gonna grab owl bear feather.
Okay. Easy enough. You pluck one. This
Yeah,
whole
the
time,
meats-
Velseis, you were able to pull 4 off. Are you taking them? Are you just putting them
I'm
on the
heavy on it.
ground? What are you
I
doing
can
with
take
them?
a few if you want. I
They're,
can carry them.
they're like 15 pounds each.
Oh, boy. See my
I don't know. We haven't been doing like really encumbrance, so I'm not sure how much more I can carry then.
That's kind of where I was wondering.
The heaviest thing I probably have is that tooth I just pulled off. Everything else is
that's easily 125 pounds.
Oh, I can take
by
them all
itself.
actually right now.
How-
I'm not
how do we
encumbered.
do-
Yeah.
How do we do encumbrance? What's the
Just
math?
in case we need anything, we could also just like through our adventure, we could just leave it down here at the bottom. We're coming back anyways. Just leave it at the mouth of the cave.
Might as well leave it.
That is
Long
true.
as-
I'm gonna look at
Cave still
Siromon and
exists.
Siromon, do you want to leave your mandible?
No, I think I'm gonna keep it. I wonder if I can use this.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll come in handy. I'm gonna go ahead and
You've got your anime protagonist sword now. The
I'm
Proficient with a fang.
yeah.
What I'm doing is I'm holding it up my staff and I'm trying to make it look like Galliard's glaive. Like,
they're like, are you like glancing at him while you're doing it?
like I'm not sizing it up like in front of him. Like,
I'm gonna move to pack those things away.
Okay. So do you all go out to the mountain?
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
we leave. Yeah.
All
What
right.
do I call this?
Say crawler chitin. You find yourselves outside of the cavern opening. You're up against the side of the base of the mountain. Galliard, you notice now the paths, the grooves in the ground. They head to the left, they head to the right. One heads just out into the plains, but then a few others, they head up to the different layered pathways that I said you saw last time that lead up to the different layers of this beehive-looking mountain.
Okay.
And does it look like there's a good path for us to follow up?
Oh, 100%, yeah.
And I'll
If
relay that
we're
information.
heading-
It looks like there's more of these crawlers up there, potentially.
That's what it
So-
looks like. So maybe we do avoid going inside for now and head straight to the top.
No, maybe we just avoid tripping halfway through the cave.
Okay, I just want everybody to know it was a little dark. I didn't see the rock.
I mean, I had a
It-
light on my stick.
You were 30 feet in front of us.
Yeah, but the light's like 60, right?
I mean, to
No.
be fair, his
It's
head is
20
literally
foot
on,
bright and then 20 foot dim. That's 40 feet.
his hair is literally on fire. There was a glare. It's not on him.
It doesn't show
Oh,
that
yeah,
well,
you-
guys. Come on.
So you want to go straight to the top?
I think we do. Yeah.
I think we start
Alright.
heading up.
That's
I think
that's not all right.
The heart
Lead
of
the
the
way.
problem. We just need to go there.
unless you want to follow every single path inside of these different caves and kill all
that's
the
not what
crawlers.
I'm saying. I'm just saying. I mean, kind of do, but I'm just saying we should find the source because imagine doing all this and we don't find the source at all until we get to the, yeah. Let's lead the way. I'm with you.
Well, and then the other thing to think of too is if we make it to the top, are we gonna have to fight our way back down?
That's what I'm worried about. You might want to take it slow and rest as we go.
Up to you guys. What are we doing?
Let's go to the top. Straight to
I
the
think
top.
we just go straight to the top. Yeah, we'll
Okay.
just have to deal with what we deal with.
All right.
Siromon, because of your feet, it's a mountain. You know climbing a mountain because you've done this before in Marquette. You know this can take hours upon hours depending on how you're doing this.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask you if you want to lead them up with a survival check
Oh yeah,
up the side of
absolutely.
this mountain.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, I'm this is home essentially. I'm taking charge on this for sure.
The mountains in Marquette from where you were a little more warmer and humid, but yeah, this is a familiar terrain.
Landscape wise, yeah.
Yeah. Do you?
And we're still in darkness-ish, right? Like
It's still nighttime.
dim. Okay.
Yep.
So while he has light on his staff, I will do produce flame and just hold light in my hand too, so that we have a good source of light going up.
Okay.
And I will. I mean, I already get advantage and everything, but if anyone else is gonna roll, I'm gonna tell everyone single file line. Whatever step I take, put your foot exactly where mine was, and follow immediately. That way, there's no chance of you tripping on something that I didn't.
Now I have to ask a clarifying. What pace are we moving at?
I would
Slow,
look
normal,
for my
fast.
speed to keep everyone else. So
Okay.
I would assume steady and safe. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
just walking pace. Yeah.
Cool. So then, no disadvantage, no advantage, just your advantage because of your survival abilities. Go for it.
And while he's doing that, can I keep an eye out behind us every now and then just to see if anything's following us?
Do you want to do that passively, or do you want to actively be looking behind you?
I'll actively check around every now and then.
Okay. Give me a perception check as you tell us what you rolled.
Nat 26.
Lit. Great.
And can I, on the path up, can I look for any glyphs or any signs of magic?
Give me a perception check as well. But it is dark.
Yeah, I'm just saying if
I would
anything
also-
happens to glow.
I would also like to keep an eye out for like wildlife if they're running from the top
Yeah.
as well or anything like that.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to include that or do a separate
We'll
roll.
include that with your survival check.
14 for keeping out a look behind us.
Okay. So the same as your passive. Lit. Got you.
Mine was an 18.
18. Okay.
Wait, was it perception?
Yeah, perception, correct.
16.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I
Cool.
did persuasion. My bad.
Yeah,
I was looking at the wrong P.
Ray, you feel like you have a good handle on roughly every 5 minutes or so, just kind of taking a breather, glancing back down the mountainside as you all begin to climb. And Siromon, you were able to lead them up the most efficient-looking pathways, natural or delved by crawlers, that leads up towards. I assume you guys are going as high as you can. You're trying to go to the peak.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
We're trying to go to Beekeeper's Peak.
Cool.
Trying to get some honeys.
Galliard, during the climb,
Hi,
you don't see any potential glyphs or anything of that like that would say, oh, there's a spell at play here. Nothing like that you see. You do, however, notice that sometimes you'll come up to one of the layers, one of the leveled layers, and you will hike around it as Siromon's looking for the next pathway up. And occasionally you will see there are points in the snow. As you get higher, snow begins to blanket everything. And you will see that there are points in the snow where the snow almost seems to be breathing a bit as you walk by. And it seems to be, even though it is dark, with the effect of the light magic that is around you, the snow itself also seems to be of a darker shade than the surrounding snow, where occasionally a gust of wind will blow by on the mountain, and you will watch the snow billow out and then come back in.
I would assume Ray and I are still taking the rear, so I will pass that information to Ray
Yeah.
directly.
Okay.
What am I seeing on wildlife? Sorry.
On wildlife, you're seeing nothing.
Remember, everything was running away as we were coming in.
No, I know. I was checking more to see if there was anything still up here trying to run away.
Yeah, potentially any like little, a flying
Birds.
something that just got left
Yeah,
behind.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't see
Yeah.
anything.
But we are delving through arachnocrawler tracks as well, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Then I will definitely mention that. I think
It's
the
like
only
it's
thing
like
up here
hiking a
is-
mountainside. Occasionally there's a groove that would be a better path, and then
Mhm.
occasionally one of the layers itself would act as a better path to get to another one that would ascend. Things like that.
We might be walking into I'm not sure what the correct term is, but a horde of
den?
arachnocrawlers. A den? A murder of
A
arachnocrawlers.
crow?
The murder suits best, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You see a griffin. No. You're
A fucking griffin injured.
you're climbing.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Audience, it's an inside joke. Sorry. You're climbing. This is a mountain climb. Hours and hours pass. You can't tell because it's always night, but you feel the end of the day approaching, and you still have not reached the peak.
Is it colder or anything like that?
Yes, it is.
Maybe we should rest up. Is there a cave entrance nearby that we could probably rest up?
We should find a cave.
You have seen points where the snow breathes out and then back in.
Let's head into the nearest one carefully and.
Yeah, we could rest up and continue after a long rest.
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree. I'll head
Cool.
into the nearest one.
You go up, and it's a flat blanket of snow. And then you punch through the snow, and it's only about maybe half a foot thick, held in its elasticity by the cold of the water as it is frozen back together. You punch through, and the rest of the snow falls out, revealing an opening into a dark tunnel that winds and goes in to the darkness. It's a perfectly circular tunnel, though.
Do we
Like it's been
hear
burrowed?
anything from the inside?
Give me a perception check.
21.
21. You hear God with a 21, bro. It's
Advantage plus 3.
Does he think it's a ghost?
You felt this is the first time you felt the ground vibrate, but it's so distant that you deem it's not an issue.
Okay.
But you've also heard it's like an odd scratching noise, almost like if rats are trying to chew through wood, but larger and more distant. Kind of like a that is from far down into the tunnel. Far down. But in terms of things that are near you in this tunnel entrance, you haven't detected anything.
Okay. I would. Yeah. If we go too deep in, we might be running into things that we don't want to. But
I mean, we're gonna rest anyways. Might as well use up our stuff. I'm just kidding.
Well, realistically, I don't think it'd be comfortable for us to just rest at the entrance of this, knowing that the thing
that
could
is one
come
thing
back
I was
in and
going to
out.
say. You don't ever want to rest at the mouth of the cave. You're just being left open for whatever comes by.
It's
we need
also
to-
not
Will we
necessarily
go
the cave, it's
deeper
more of
or
a
we
tunnel.
leave the cave?
We need to find a safe distance in that we think we're comfortable enough to try.
Did you hear multiple things or was just one?
You heard a few different sounds from different points
Yeah.
at different depths echoing up
Different
slowly.
sounds all coming in. The ground is shaking. I think we can get a little ways in. I don't think we're putting a campfire in.
Well, that's the thing is arachnocrawlers are blind. If that's what you heard. They only hear, right? Is that what it was?
They feel.
They
That makes
feel.
sense.
Yep.
Earthbenders can.
Yep. Yep. There is no
Well, then at
war
that-
in Beekeeper Peak.
I think at that point, then it doesn't matter. We could try to backtrack a little bit and try and find a different cave, but we're probably going to run into the same issue at this point.
Or we could try to lure it out.
If there's more than one,
Lure them out. What if
I don't
we just
think we want to fight on the edge of a cliffside.
yeah, they have advantage on that.
it would be kind of lit, but I'm saying, what
How
if we
big is
One
it?
lure
false
them
move
out?
and someone falls down the mountain is what I'm saying.
The cave,
At slow
Velseis,
fall, it's fine.
it's roughly 12-foot diameter, almost perfectly circular.
Smaller than I expected.
Does that
And then-
match the size of the last one?
I think it's bigger, no?
Good question.
That would be a little smaller than the last one, I believe.
Oh, let's eat money. Let's get it.
So
Let's jump this thing. Run its pockets. So who says that?
Right.
Its
Pockets.
pockets.
I've got hands to throw and I'm ready. Let's do it.
yeah.
As we're heading in, I'm gonna cast, not ritually, detect magic, and I'll just have that up as we're walking in.
Yeah, we're just gonna walk in and confront whatever's in there.
Again, the detect magic is brighter outside and it dims in here. As when you're outside and you cast it, you can see the source. It is the chain, which has grown into immense size the closer you get to it. And it is, but the magic itself is emanating from the point in the center of the perfect circle.
And it stays up for 10 minutes, depending on how long we're walking down this tunnel.
You pick up a few points of magic down within, but you can't make out their definition, just the school. And it's I think we'll say conjuration.
Is that summoning stuff?
Yeah.
It could be, yeah.
Okay. I'll let everyone know that as we're walking in. Are we trying to get the jump on this thing by going stealthily, or are we?
I think we should actually try and stealth. That way, if we do run into something, we could try to get the jump on it. Or at least realize there's multiple in one spot. Because if it's one by one, I think we might be okay. But yeah.
So
So you stealth down.
Oh, yeah.
I'll stealth, yeah.
Give me a stealth check, guys.
With disadvantage for me, yay!
Mm-hmm.
Are we
Yep.
all going down, or should we send one person
I'm a
ahead?
bitch, dude. I rolled a 11.
Okay. Siromon
15.
rolled a 1. Yep, great.
Oh, what?
I got a 5.
You got a 5. My goodness, guys.
We are the
I-
worst stealthing team in
I
the world.
will. I'm going to be honest too. I think I started to say it. I'm in front.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I have detect magic up too, so I'd be up there towards the front too.
Siromon elephant stomps his way down this tunnel. Each
Siromon, you're being too loud.
each footfall echoes
this is how
down.
this is how we trained. Oh.
Be quiet.
As you're going down, the vibrations of his steps are overshadowed by the vibrations of something else nearby.
Is it moving towards us? Or can we feel it getting?
You could feel it getting closer, yeah.
I'm gonna lean back and say, see, there's something bigger in here anyway. Oh.
Oh, do you keep going? What do you do?
Yeah, we get to. We're just going for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to stealth still, but like, yeah.
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 All right. You
Love
go
that for
down.
us.
The vibrations get more and more intense as the ground begins to rumble under your feet. It's like the sand effect in Dune from the bits of rock on the ground that have fallen away. They start rumbling in place and dancing across the floor, and then are stopped as you hear a loud, emanating up from below in the tunnel, a loud echo up. And with the loudness of that, the rumbling begins to diminish and then move further away as you all head down.
It's moving away from us.
It seems to.
The tunnel.
Interesting.
Is the tunnel still 12 feet? Wall to wall.
Oh,
From wall to wall.
you've noticed its size has modulated somewhat. It would be 12 feet in diameter for a bit, then it would become 13 feet in diameter, and then 20 feet in diameter, and then back down to 12. And you've noticed that there are other places in this tunnel where another tunnel may have once been, but it has succumbed to a rock face collapse. And the tunnel itself is interesting. It's not rock. It's something else.
Can
What?
we
Are we in the
examine what
mouth
it
of
is? Yeah,
something?
we're on.
Give
Can we
me-
examine what it is?
How would you like to look at it? Are you getting down and
Touch it? I'm gonna
I
touch
would-
it.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I'm gonna touch the
examine
thing.
I'm
walls.
comparing it to what we know we've already seen in this area.
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
As a seasoned vet, right? As somebody who's been to multiple terrain, I would just touch it to see if I
And
recognize.
as someone who eats rocks as a hobby,
Okay,
We're
I would
talking
say,
about Siromon, not Jonathan, right
I
now.
would say so. Not everybody. Not everybody rolls. We'll do. Galliard, if you want to give me an investigation check, and if somebody wants to help you, that would be with advantage. And then Siromon, if you want to do a nature check, and if somebody wants to help you, that would be advantage.
I'll help Galliard since I said I was touching the walls.
Okay. Are you helping Velseis? Okay.
Nature.
You guys are so good at nature together.
You guys are the.
You said what? I got to roll?
Investigation.
Look at Siromon. See what it
I
tastes
got a 20. Dirty 20.
They just go back and forth licking a rock.
What?
I have a 17.
Okay.
What is the
17.
link to them?
A 17. You tasted some of the poisonous secretions of the creature when you were able to fight off the effect. That the faint aftertaste of that. That's what this wall is. And yet, Galliard, with your investigation check, this is not a rock surface. This is something else that over time has hardened into something almost as dense as rock.
Lit. I relay that information.
Yeah, I'm sensing that this is very
strange.
similar to the poisonous blood whatever of that creature.
Yeah, the texture of this dirt isn't something that I've ever seen.
So you're telling me that something either carved this poison or this is a giant.
It could have secreted
Take
enough
it over you just
poison.
lounging back there, bro. Just in the shadows.
I don't know these creatures well enough. Can they secrete
They
enough
start
to
tunnel.
create a wall?
I would assume they will be able to secrete. So, like, they probably crawl through everything, secrete poison, attract whatever. But the actual mountain itself isn't something that I think I've ever seen. And then, obviously, because of, I would assume this might be a hive that the arachno created. That could be it, possibly.
Do we think that we're in far enough to try and rest now and still have an escape, or do we think we need to try and go deeper and maybe fight something?
Is it going down, or is it like at an angle that we're going?
It went in, and then it started swirling down slightly. So it's like a curved pathway down that you've been going down.
This could be a way to the magic we sensed earlier, potentially.
So I guess the question is, do we want to be closer to the lower part or the higher part? If we're going to long rest and hopefully not die while doing so, what do we want to wake up and face?
It's probably leading. It's two things. It's probably leading us to a trap, potentially, or it's leading us to its home, or if we take it out, we'll have a safe place to rest at.
Or we run into the central hive of all of them.
And then we find a way out.
We rest.
That thing grabbed me, and most things can't.
But did you die?
That's not how that works.
But did you die?
I'm not bro. I'm not a smart man, but I'm not a dumb man.
Would this be like one of those trust things you were talking about? Like, trust until you shouldn't? Like,
I don't. No, that doesn't apply here.
So what would you prefer? Just to rest here?
I prefer for us to rest closer to the mouth of this entrance so that we can. I think we should investigate the chain first.
before we go down.
Yes.
Go up before down?
I agree.
I
agree.
think
We're getting sidetracked.
So then we'll head back towards the mouth of the cave.
Yeah.
And then
I wanna
rest at the mouth of the cave.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a good
Close to it.
80, 100 feet inwards from the entrance and rest there.
That works.
Okay. So you backtrack back up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The vibrations do not follow you as we're keeping your stealth rolls. Something heard you, but then left.
Do we know
And
that?
Didn't help.
That honestly makes me even more nervous to go deeper because I don't want if it is bigger than one we've already fought and it's going away from us.
And it decided it didn't care we were too small.
I feel like it's going back to something.
Could be.
Like it was a scout.
Or
is it leading us to a what?
it could be going back to protect something. I'm thinking like a mother who maybe was going out perimeter wise and then going
Or
back. I don't
the
know.
item that's producing
Yeah.
this magic?
Could be.
What
So,
if the arachno crawlers are misunderstood? You know what I mean?
Do you
Man,
have speak with
no.
monsters? I don't.
So you move up to about 100 foot in. You reach a point where the curve begins, so you can actually see out into the starry night at the end of the tunnel. And that would be roughly about 100 foot in. What do you guys want to do? Are you trying to make a camp, get a long rest in?
Yeah, for sure.
That'd be cool.
We're going to take turns staying up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't. Does anybody have any wood on them?
I have lots of fire. I can
Yeah.
produce flame. But no, I don't have any wood.
I definitely don't.
I for sure do not.
I got 40 feet of rope. What I got? The
Yeah,
tinderbox.
definitely don't.
The tinderbox. I don't think tinderbox has.
That's what starts a fire.
Yeah, no, none.
You will go without a fire.
Yeah, I think that's smarter
because,
anyway.
Yeah, because the mountain is past the tree line. You were past the tree line when you were in the fields with all the flowers and bees.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, the eternal night that you've been in takes you, as you all can hunker down. I'm guessing sleeping bags and try to find places along the walls where you could watch, listen, and the others could rest. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, and we'll take turns. I'll take first watch.
Okay.
I'll take last watch.
Okay.
I'll take
I'll read
second.
my book.
I'll settle for third, baby.
All right. Rhea, give me a perception check as the others lay their cute little baby heads down to sleep.
Okay. While I'm on watch, I'm going to like walk further in down the curve a little bit and do light every now and then at that end of the tunnel and come back and sit at the
Oh, so you
where everyone's
you leave the light down.
Yeah, leave it further down, and then I'll just hold like produce flame in my hand throughout the night while I'm awake, so that I can see both ends for like 80 feet both, or like 40 feet both ways.
That's smart.
And then,
Oh, you smart. You special.
17.
17. Nothing comes at you, and you do feel the vibrations of a crawler, or two, or three. You never know. They come and go from down below. It's like a soft tremor throughout the entire mountain that will come and then pass. There's a point where you see the shadows dance on the wall below you from your light spell. With a 17, you make out a vaguely humanoid shape that seems to come up to the light, and then you watch the shadow of a three-fingered hand try to grab onto the light, and it can't do it, and then you quickly watch the shadow fade and recede away, and you hear like something running.
Well, as long as nothing's coming near us, I'll try to see if we can continue resting.
Okay.
Before I wake up, whoever's next, I'm gonna do ascending.
Okay.
To Ruddy.
Oh, okay, not to the noble. Okay.
No.
Okay.
I'll check in with him in a couple days.
Okay.
Gotta make sure. Gotta give him time to give his money away to people and be helpful.
Okay. Because I do have him here.
I'll send sending to Ruddy.
All right.
And we have made it to the top of. Oh, we're not technically. the peak. There is some weird magic here. We are going to continue to investigate. I have 2 words left. How you doing?
So
How
how
you
you?
How you one?
So how you?
How you doing?
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll let that fly. Yeah. Weird magic. That counts as a word.
Okay.
My favorite. Mikhail and I are incinerating bodies. One of the bridges fell. It's rough out here.
This is hard, isn't it?
Yeah, limiting to 25 is hard.
Hurry up. Love you. Kisses.
I like how is a word, but not.
No, that's complimentary. It's the fading
you
of the
go.
spell effect with him. You just hear the, like on the wind. It echoes in your mind,
I love that.
like he kissed one of your lobes.
So
All right.
a bridge photo.
Who am I waking up second? Was that Velseis?
Velseis. Mhm.
Okay. So I'm gonna wake up Velseis, and just so you know, I set up light down there every now and then further into the tunnel, and there was a humanoid figure that came up to it and ran away,
Oh, I love that.
just to keep an eye out.
When you fall
I
asleep, does the
can-
light go away?
I can set up another light for you for an hour, or I can set up a daylight spell for an hour that does 60 feet of brightness and then a further 60 feet of dim light.
How far does my dark vision go?
I think it's 60 feet.
60 feet, you see normally, and then past that, everything's blurry.
But you see shapes.
Or yeah, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. And
Can
everything's
you-
in gray.
Is that gonna burn a spell slot for you, or will that weaken your magic?
If I do daylight, it's a pretty high level, and if we don't get a full rest, I won't be able to do anything really strong later on. If I just do the regular light, you can still see, and it doesn't really take much of my magic.
Okay, go ahead with the regular, and I'll make sure to post up looking that way.
So I'll walk the like 40-ish feet down again and do the light spell again, and then
Okay.
hunker down and go to sleep.
You walk back down to where you put it, and you see nothing around that could have made those shadows dance the way they did.
It's lovely.
As you put light back where it was, and then drift off into a nice sleep. Velseis, give me a perception check.
See with those peepers.
Nat 20.
What do your half-elf eyes see?
Uh,
Nat 20? You hold it up.
Oh,
It's
I got it,
focusing. Yeah. Okay, for a total of?
loaded die.
Dude, for real. That's the third in a row. I can't. I never got that. I'm gonna get fucked, guys. Karma's gonna hit me hard.
What's your plus to your 20?
What was the plus of?
I'm looking right now. I'm trying to figure it out.
And you guys can wake me up every time you change shifts, and we can set that light up for 1 hour.
It's a 21. 21 in total.
Okay. You feel a lot of the same things that Ray did. You feel the rumblings that come and go, but they're very deep down. They don't alarm you. It's just there's other things down there. You felt this before. You've been in the Underdark with these things. It's almost like a nice little massage. You're used to it.
Nothing.
After a moment, you see, well, it's about a couple hours in. Your watch is about to end. When you watch... Wait, how long does light last?
1 hour.
1 hour?
Mhm.
You see nothing. But you do hear something. It's like
Even with my
the
dark vision.
it's like the clitter clatter of almost armored feet. There's about 3 sets of them that And
Are
then
they hurrying towards us?
they're
Can I hear
coming. They're
the
coming
pace?
closer, but they're still very distant. You hear them come up, and then you hear like a chitters.
Do they sound familiar, like the merfolk that we ran into in the
Yeah, the
Underdark?
Kuatoa.
The Kotoa, thank you.
Oh,
No.
Oh,
These sound nothing like the Kuotoa.
it's like you ran into.
Right. How close are they now?
It's beyond your dark vision. It's around the bend down below. You're hearing this more echo up the cavern passageway. The
And they're still moving closer.
No, they've stopped. They're chittering.
Okay, I'm gonna hold my watch. If they get closer, I'm gonna wake people up.
Okay. They chitter for a moment. You hear a and then the sound of them moving away. Your watch ends. Uneventful. Who do you wake up? Galliard?
I'm gonna move to Galliard. I'm gonna lay a hand on his shoulder and lightly just press until he wakes up.
As you're reaching out for his body, you watch that streams of black clouds of energy are spilling out of his nostrils and into his scales and vice versa. And they pass into nothing as you touch his shoulder, and he awakes like normal.
Galliard, does he startle awake, or how do you wake up Galliard?
How do you wake up, Galliard? Is it
Was I dreaming of
wartime?
anything? Was I dreaming of anything?
You were dreaming of devouring that arachno crawler piece by piece.
Oh, yikes. Yeah, I'm gonna wake up a little startled.
You cough and there's something in your mouth.
What is it?
You cough
Can I-
out onto the ground what looks like steaming arachno blood.
What?
Yep.
Okay.
You okay?
I don't know. I had this. Did you hear anything? I think no.
It did. They wandered back deeper into the cave. When you were sleeping, there was some type of black. Was it like a vapor or like an ichor? Was it
Like a
fluid?
steam, like a steam machine. But
Gotcha.
like
Wow.
streams of the vapor, black.
Like thick.
That it would flow out of a nostril into the ear, out of the scales into another nostril, like it was shifting in and out of him.
Yeah, I've had watches with you before. What I just saw from you, I've never seen it before.
I stand up and I just say, I appreciate your concern, Velseis, but it wouldn't be the first time one of us saw somebody doing something weird in one of these watches.
In the dark.
In the dark, yeah. Especially being in the other dark. So
I'm gonna put my finger in the blood he just coughed up, take a look at it, and flick it down the cave.
Give me a Constitution saving throw. It's with advantage because it's against poison. You're resistant.
Let me take my loaded die. 16,
Oh, you
I haven't rolled
succeed.
again.
You succeed.
18.
You succeed. You don't take poison damage.
Is that hiss? As that flies away?
Once it hits the stone again, and you watch it start hardening into the material that it lands on.
what do you mean?
When you flick the arachnal secretions
Mm-hmm.
onto the
Hardens.
strange stone-like substance, there's so little of it that it hardens quickly, it dries quickly, and it joins in with the tar.
Ashes.
Yep.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Okay.
Yeah, just that. A dragon. This Velseis, okay, above table. Velseis is not smart enough to realize. He just knows you cough blood. But do you like dragon? Do you guys tunnel? Is that a
Yeah, I don't think it's a dragon. That's one of these.
exactly what it says? Oh, look, I'm going to sleep. Down the tunnel, I heard three sets of footsteps. It sounded like the Kuatoas we heard, but not the same.
Okay. I'll keep an ear out.
And don't do that thing anymore. I'm just gonna go away.
Okay. Velseis, you begin meditating. Galliard, it's your shift.
I got a question.
Yes.
Am I able to leave my glaive somewhere and then bring it back to me via smoke?
So
And if so, how far?
do you try to set it down?
Yes.
Oh,
Specifically,
you can't
yeah,
do
shoot.
that.
Oh, I can't set it down at all.
Oh no.
I can't set it like
No,
a
you
barrier.
mustn't do that.
Is
Don't
that the
do-
feeling I get?
Don't let go of yourself.
Jeez, okay. Interesting. I don't wake up.
Okay.
Ray, go ahead, shoot.
You tell your
Shoot.
hand to open it. Well,
Oh, to like let go of the glaive. Interesting. Okay. Cool. Well, I want to walk past the bend. Because I don't really think anything's gonna come in. I mean, it's been quiet from what we've seen. He said the sound's coming from down low, so I want to walk at least 60 feet in, and then I want to just sit there using my dark vision. But most importantly, I want to touch my medallion. Do I sense anything? Because I know you mentioned divine powers or magic coming from the top.
the divine sense is worn off. I would say you feel there is an odd energy to this place, but mechanically you can't attribute it to anything specific.
Okay. Sick. But yeah, I'm just gonna use my dark vision to just keep an eye out. 60 feet forward. My glaive's
I
still
did
out.
tell everyone about the conjuration magic as we were going through the tunnel.
Give me a perception check then.
But that is a 17.
As you watch down the tunnel, you're distracted. As you feel right behind your ear, it was delicious, wasn't it?
Is that coming from my glaive?
Do you turn to look?
Interesting question. Is the voice familiar?
Yeah.
Then no, I don't turn to look. I just ignore it.
I haven't fed on something so strong in so long. It's a shame we couldn't have all of it.
You're still ignoring it.
Continue to feed me, and our partnership will continue to flourish.
Still stay quiet. I was trying to think of something I could say, but I'm fine.
The voice disappears as you hear something at the end of the corridor. As you hear, and looking at the edge of your dark vision, peeking around the bend on all fours, you see a head peek up, like a praying mantis, but huge. and it seems to see you looking at it, and it goes, and it ducks down, and then you hear like skittering away with speed.
Can I get up and follow?
Yeah. You walk down the tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
The skittering continues in front of you. It goes past the point that you guys descended earlier.
Can I get to the edge of where we left off and see if, and just look 60 feet in front of me, I guess, see if I
Yeah.
see figures?
You don't. You just hear them. From down below.
Can I distinguish how many or no?
Give me a perception check.
That is going to be a 13.
3, 4. Oh, that's 5. Oh, that's 7.
Okay, it's a lot more than I had anticipated. Do I notice any footprints or anything like that as I was walking them, like following them? No.
Not with your passives. You can look.
Yeah, can I look?
Yeah, give me. Do you want to just kind of get down?
Yeah, I want to go down. Yeah, get
Yeah.
down in the nitty-gritty.
Give me an investigation. Actually,
Investigation.
footprints. That's survival.
Okay, survival. It's the same number, so it's gonna be a
Yeah.
21.
21. The rock face of the ground is the same as the walls and the ceiling. It has not been deformed by the movement of anything that has passed through here.
Hold on. Using my dark vision, I don't see them. Like, I don't see any figures at all.
No. The sound still goes down past the curve. You wouldn't be able to see them
Unless I look past the curve.
if you were to keep descending. Yes, potentially.
How far is the curve in front of me?
You've already moved a good 200 feet past where the
It's
camp
okay.
was to follow the sound. Judging from the curvature of the tunnel, you gauge it would continue going down for hundreds of more feet.
Okay. I have... If I were to... If I were to like hit the ceiling or something like that, right? Like with my glaive, would
Yeah.
it collapse a little bit? Would it? Like based on how I touched the ground and seen it or whatever like that? It's hard?
No.
Okay.
This substance is almost as strong as rock.
Okay. Copy. I have 5 rations. I want to make my way a little bit back to the group and put a ration on the ground.
Okay.
And then get about 60 feet away from it.
Okay.
And then just sit there.
Time passes. You see it peeking out from around the bend again. The insectoid head, which now stands somewhat to a large insectoid body, humanoid-esque, but insect. As it sees the ration, it moves forward and it takes it and it runs back.
Okay. Was it just one that I saw?
You saw one.
And I only heard one like that close to me?
Yeah.
Okay, sick. I want to put my glaive away.
Okay.
and I want to use another ration. This time I want to toss it about, or I want to walk forward, because 60 feet's crazy. I want to walk forward about 30 feet from me, put it down, and walk 30 feet back.
Okay.
And then do the same thing, just sit and wait.
Okay. You're not waking anybody else, you're just
vibing.
all right. After a moment, you hear and then you hear two sets of footsteps come up, and you see two of the heads pop out, and one comes out and it goes towards the ration, but it sees you. And the one behind it goes, and you see the one behind it start pulling out what looks like a crossbow.
Cool. As I notice that there's two, I want to throw another ration out.
Okay. You throw another ration out.
Mm-hmm.
The crossbow fires
Lit. Okay.
at that. It does not hit you. The crossbow bolt dances across the ground at your feet as they both turn and flee now, without having had taken those rations. But as they're running down, you hear as they're going down.
Cool. Two things. I'm gonna pick up that ration.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna pick up the bolt. Does the bolt look pristine? Is it made out of something? Is it?
It's odd. It's not made of wood. It's like an insect's leg with a sharpened tip.
Oh shit. Okay.
There aren't feathers on the back, more like a gliding look to the bolt to try to give it aerodynamic qualities without the lightness of a feather. So it seems to be all made of this one material.
Sick. I'm gonna walk up and wait till Siromon's turn to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Siromon.
How was it, Galliard?
I show him the bolt, and I explain what I saw. Looks like I noticed about 7 insect-like creatures. One fired a crossbow at me, I believe, and and I show him the crossbow, or the bolt. It's not one that I've seen. I don't know if it may be familiar to you.
I almost guarantee it's not. You didn't run into anything that looked like this when you were in the Underdark before?
No, when we were in the Underdark, we only saw an arachnocrawler and Kuatoa.
Hmm.
And these were definitely not Kuatoas.
Would I know anything based off this description? And maybe with the crossbow combo?
Give me... We'll say a nature check.
Okay.
And we're basing this off of your history with your sect of the Cobalt Soul Monks.
With a 6, no.
It looks sharp at the end.
I mean, it looks like whatever these creatures are, whatever it is they are, they at least know how to make weapons, so they're not pure beasts or monsters, but above that, I'm not sure what they could be.
Just a warning, they seem to be curious. And
But easily frightened?
easily frightened.
Okay.
I tried to lure one closer to me.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't work. My concern, honestly, is your ability to trust.
I don't see any
Don't.
problem with it.
I mean, they try to fire it at me. So, trust until you shouldn't, right?
I mean, that's what you tried, right?
Yeah, exactly. I try to build some sort of trust. Him not knowing that I wanted to kill one, but wanted to build some sort of trust.
I wonder if you didn't try hard enough.
You're fucking ridiculous.
I will be careful because your lives are also at stake, so I will make sure not to endanger you, but I may try something similar.
Well, they like food, and I toss them one of my rations,
Yeah, okay, you can take yours.
and then I just good luck, and be safe.
Do you want to keep your ration? I have 14.
It's fine. I'll be fine. I got like 4 left.
Okay, just keep yours. I have so many, it doesn't matter.
You're denying my food? That's rude, bro.
I am making sure that you are well fed.
That's nice. Bet.
There you go. See that spin? You see that?
You fucking gaslit me, bro.
I
Siromon,
want. Oh,
it's
go
your
ahead.
shift.
Go. I want to take the first, because these are 2-hour shifts, right?
Yep.
I want to take the first hour to stay within the range of the party while reading my book.
Okay.
And in that time, because I'm nearing the end of the teachings, I also want to take a look back at like the dream I had before setting out when I first saw the chains.
Yes.
Because I don't think Siromon has really had a chance to like reflect on the information he's gathered and put it to what he knew from like that dream and maybe some of the visions he's had since then. And see if maybe there's, I don't know, any kind of like reflection that maybe I've missed a connection or something, or some kind of aspect that I didn't really like.
Okay.
I overlooked, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Looking back on your dreams, you recall something interesting, strange. During the dream, something else was grabbing onto the chain, one of them, and was pulling it down towards you almost, but it was on the skyline. It was immense. It was the size of mountains. It was elephant trunks. Many of them. But they were ghostly and familiar. And it pulled a red chain down.
And the red chain is the one that we knew to be in the red waste, right?
Allegedly.
Interesting.
We don't know
Okay.
anything about
You
the
don't know
red
anything
chain.
about the red
No,
chain.
we don't know jack shit. We have speculations.
You know that you know that a single killed individual who was participating in vampire-like raids
Oh.
had a red chain on them. That's all you
And
know.
Pol Raw off the Searing Coast.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay.
I didn't remember that.
Interesting.
So that's what you know.
So am I connected to the... Am I a vampire? Is that...
You feel your teeth?
Yeah, I'm checking my tusks.
They're the same sharpness as before.
Interesting. Yeah, I definitely reflect on that as I get towards the end. I have one more chapter, I'm assuming, left of the book.
Yes,
That's one more to
yes.
use. I'll do that for the first hour then. And then I think for the second hour, I'll go back to where Galliard described. And I want to place rations 5 feet away from me. And I want to lean against the wall into a meditative pose.
Okay.
And be like as still as possible. And see, I'm gauging to see if they're, because with Galliard's story, he threw food at them, they reacted with an action.
Yeah.
So I want to see if maybe they think if I'm not a threat, they'll come all the way up and I can get a close look on them.
Okay.
And I'll put 2 rations beside me.
You hear the movement. 4 sets of footfalls heading up the tunnel. But they fall off bit by bit roughly every 30 seconds, one of the footfalls will stop. Then another. Then another. Until the last one peeks an insectoid head around the curve. Again on all fours, but on the wall. Sideways. As it... And then it ducks behind. And you hear clicks go down the tunnel. And then you hear the footfalls move away.
And they don't come any closer. Okay.
Mm-mm. It saw you and you saw it. Or you...
Yeah.
You kind of...
Peaked, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So...
Okay, so it was... They're being cautious.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Damn, I don't have anything to like show good faith because they're so skittish. I will.
Something lands on the ground near you. It
What is
looks like a bundle of rations. It's wrapped up in what looks like the silk of a spider's web that has been laid out into almost kind of like a flattened wrap. And inside you see a pinkish, wriggling, worm-like thing that is wrapped up.
A pink worm-like thing?
Yeah, in fact, you're good at nature. You've seen grubs in the jungle. This is large, though.
Okay.
Think the Lion King when they're eating the
When
grubs.
they're teaching Simba, yeah.
But it's a foot long and about half a foot wide. Big fat sucker. And it's just squirming in the wrap.
Eat it.
Do I see them still peeking?
You see 3 heads.
I will. I want to, and I'm gonna go I'm gonna go as slow as possible. So like if I move even slightly too quick and they react, I slow myself down immediately.
Okay.
But I want to open one of my rations to show inside a little bit, close it, and then toss it like 20 feet so that it like bounces, and then I will pick up their ration and I will eat it.
As you pick up the ration, 3 crossbow bolts come at you.
Bro, I'm a friend, man. What the fuck? I'm being nice.
That's a
Chill.
15.
That is.
Deflect missile.
That's
Oh,
a
I could-
5.
That does not hit.
That's cocked. That's a 16.
Give me. So I want to. Deflect missile is me grabbing it out of the air or something, right?
Yeah. And then you could choose to expend a key point to
Throw it back.
throw it back. Because monks are fucking cool.
I. Part of me wants.
But you
to
could
take
also just
both.
have ammo. Yeah.
Part of me just wants to take the hits.
Oh, okay.
It
'Cause I
reduces
don't-
your damage.
Yeah. And if
But-
the
but-
damage is reduced to 0 from the impact, then you have it and can use it.
My brain is thinking the act of catching it is going to look intimidating, and I don't want to do that.
Okay.
So I am going to take both hits full force. I hate my decisions so much.
You, me,
I
bro.
hate that all of you guys are trying to invite these fuckers in while we're sleeping.
I'm
So-
trying to.
I sure as hell wasn't.
So, from the two
Yeah.
of them,
We're curious.
that's
Mhm.
10 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And
I'm
I
okay.
need 2 constitution saving throws.
I figured they were poisonous.
Yeah, poison. Yeah. All right. So one is a 21.
That succeeds.
The other is a 5.
That fails. 2 points of poison damage.
So
When you succeed,
I'm-
you fight it off. You feel it leave you.
gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
I am going to take those hits, and I am almost going to I almost want to don't react to them as much as possible to eat the ration that they threw.
Okay. You hear.
Also poisoned.
You hear.
Probably. I'm confused.
Can you eat that fucking thing? Let's see.
If Simba could, a carnival.
Mm-hmm.
I
No.
can't.
Cardu.
Nope. I know what this grub is. Give me a Constitution save.
Okay.
It's an Iraq.
21.
21. You push out the familiar poison of an arachnal crawler.
Nice, good call, Velseis.
And I want to because I'm getting a familiarity of the taste of this poison, I guess. I want to hold the wince back, almost as if it's not affecting me.
No.
And I'm just enjoying the food, and I want to see if there's a reaction to that.
There is clicks. And then and the three heads crawl away.
They're just
You just ate a bit of damage.
I did. This is they're either trying to kill me to eat me, or they're testing me. I don't know which one it actually is. You know what I mean?
They're either throwing you food, right, or they're poisoning you.
It's really I don't see any other option, but I just don't know because they keep running before anything happens.
So, but in Siromon's default would be what, right? We already know.
I don't know what else I would do. The fact that they're running now, Siromon's not gonna follow because that's just gonna look scary. So I'm not gonna follow. I will.
Siromon would trust until he knew definitively, right?
Yeah. So I'm going to take the 2 rations that I had because I'm assuming they didn't take the one I threw. Right.
No.
Yeah. I'll take the 2 and I will leave them there, and I want to make a marking in the dirt, so that if I came back, I could see okay, they were taken. This is where I left them. They're gone now.
Yeah.
And then I'll head back to the group and
Okay.
wait until it's done.
Bleeding slightly, you return to the group just as the end of a long rest would take place.
Wait, so do I long rest? I didn't do that yet.
Siromon, I would say you can take a long rest, but I'm going to need you to be at 40 hit points instead of the full 45.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then out of game, we will have a discussion about changing long rest rules because there's an alternative rule set that I like, and we'll talk about that later.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. But, cool. Guys, you take a long rest. You've all rested.
I'll wake everyone up and I'll say, guys, I almost made friends.
I am never trusting either of you two fuckers to watch, and I will just be exhausted forever.
First off, I didn't even tell you anything.
Siromon just told us things.
You said
I told you what I did. I wouldn't have told you what everybody else did. I don't think so.
See,
This is what Siromon would have done. Hey guys, so fun stuff. There's these little creature things in the tunnels. I ate something that they gave me. It's poisonous, but I handled it. It was great. But they're too scared of us.
Oh,
And I
you're
think
talking about
that's-
those 2 bolts that were in your body that have dripped blood?
Oh, I didn't pull those out.
There's a misunderstanding.
A nice gout of deep red blood follows each head as you pull them out, and they are barbed out. I will say you take a point of
Your
piercing
flesh.
from pulling them both out. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it. Damage.
Just a point.
Oh, just 1 point. Okay.
Yeah.
I noticed he's hurt. I'm gonna lay on hands, this fool.
Okay.
I'm gonna give him 5 points.
Okay.
Can I have 6?
I'll give you 6. I'll give you 6.
Okay.
I'm back to full health then. Listen, describing everything that happened, I'm not sure if these things are actively trying to kill us, or if they're trying to maybe protect their home, or if it's something else. They only attacked when I moved. You know what I mean? It wasn't when I was sitting there and meditating, they did nothing. They tried to give me something.
That was poisonous.
But maybe it's not poisonous to them, so they don't understand it's poisonous to others. Does that make sense?
And when you did not take it well, they shot you.
No, they shot me before I took it. They shot me before I ate it.
Which, if you're protecting your home, it makes sense that they would try to attack.
Yeah.
When you're at your weakest point trying to eat.
I guess my point is, I don't think whatever these things are the enemy. Now, I'm not saying we don't defend ourselves if it comes to it, obviously, but I don't think we should be malicious towards them until something shows us that there's a need to be.
So you're saying they still have trust, correct?
I still am putting a baseline trust in them. Yes.
Yeah, they don't seem to trust us. So,
But they
instead
could
of
have burned.
like continuing to go into this tunnel, let's just head to the top.
No,
We'll figure that out when we come to it.
Yeah, maybe things will change once we deal with the chain.
I'm cool with that.
We'll see.
And then if we're all good, if no one else says anything, and we're leaving,
yeah,
I want to pull Velseis back a little bit.
Do you go out onto the
You
mountainside?
sneaky bitch.
Okay. As you,
I want to pull Ray aside. I'm just kidding.
as you climb up out onto the mountain surface, the other two, Ray and Galliard, head out first, and just as you're about to leave the mouth, Velseis, a large elephantine hand gently grabs onto your arm.
I don't fully understand the other two's connection to the chains that we're dealing with, but I was doing some thinking on mine, and I realized that the red chain might have been pulled by similar elephant trunks to what my astral form projections look like. What do you remember of your connection directly to the chain? Did you have anything that like put you in it? I mean, this is yours.
Like, in it isn't like put me in the path of it, or you mean literally in it?
Or I don't know, like a connection to the chain that like maybe you felt like that's me, because I'm not sure if what I'm remembering is me.
And I'm gonna try to think back to my vision that I had. And
Which one?
I know, right? Above the board, I'm thinking back to the one where we had in
Are you talking
Quiet
about?
Marsh.
Oh, when you were in the Winter's Embrace with the matron.
There with the mason. Just off memory, it's like above board. I remember a chain literally coming from all four of our chests.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Are they coming from us? I
thought the only one that was coming from anyone was you.
Yeah, it was Velseis. Yeah, that's what I remember.
I don't remember. Was it just me or is it everybody?
She showed you the strands of fate, which is like a wisp of golden energy that pulls from the chest. You were the only one that had a chain. And
Gotcha.
It was pulled off away from her. Like she didn't have a grip on it. Everybody else
Gotcha,
had a
and there
grip
was
on
no-
the...
And there was
Well,
a string for me.
Galliard's was being also tugged by something else downwards.
Allegedly.
Kind of.
That's
And
it.
so, did I have a string and a chain, or just
No string, just a chain.
Boo.
It's on me.
So, and in my vision, I think it was just a solo bolo, right? So it's just Velseis. I don't have knowledge on that.
Bolo.
Just a chain.
Okay, back.
No.
Off memory, just a feeling, really. It comes in flashes, really. Like it's hard to say.
No, of course. I don't want to. If it's too difficult or there's not enough there, then that's okay. But
What happened?
So in my only recollection of this chain is a dream I had on my way to Port Damali, where I was training with my teacher, and as we were walking away, area around me started to decay, and she started getting pulled and connected by chains. But then I see the chains are being pulled down. Now that I look back on it again and seeing all this info that we've got together, they were red chains and they were being pulled by astral elephant trunks. And I guess my fear is that
You hold her chains.
maybe, and I don't want to be, I guess I'm wondering if that is a sign of what is to come, or if it's something that's already happened, and if I'm connected to it.
Where is your master? When was the last time you saw him?
Her, she's still at the monastery, as far as I know, in Marquette. It's been a while, so she might be somewhere else, but as far as I know, she's still there. Did I send a letter to my monastery? I don't remember, actually.
I'll be honest with you, I cannot 100% remember you doing
I
that.
can't either. Part of me says I wanted to, maybe I just never did.
I know you wanted to when you were in Puerto
But then
Montt.
the monastery in Port Damali blew up, so that might have stopped that.
It didn't blow up. It was just damaged.
It was imploded.
It was damaged by a night of tantum lovemaking.
That left
All
us both
spelled
with
out.
1
Night, man.
HP.
Yep.
All spelled up.
Spelled
I
out
think-
love.
I think whenever we do get off of this, I do want to send a message to make sure they are okay, because I'm getting worried that the people that I'm connected to are in danger, and you three understand that and are willing to further into this, but I don't want the people who raised me to be in danger they're unaware of, at least. And if it's my fault, I guess I'm worried, and I just didn't know if maybe you felt, I guess, a similar worry.
I'm gonna be straight with you, Siromon. You've trusted until you shouldn't. A lot. I have a similar feeling. The chain is, I don't know enough about it yet. Just a feeling. It's connected to all of us, I think.
Okay.
If I find out anything, I'll let you know. And if something happens, you said it was I'm gonna massacre it. It's
Marquette.
Marguerite? That Marquette. Marquette. Honor among.
Honor among the people. Yes.
I would be willing to go assist you and help you.
I appreciate that.
And
you guys have trusted me more than you probably would in normal terms, so I guess I want you all to understand that that does mean a lot. I know that people don't follow my teachings.
It's gonna be awkward. But he's like, he has a hand on my shoulder, right?
Oh, to stop you. I don't think it's been there the whole time.
Just take it off.
He's holding you, baby.
I just picked you up.
Sweet caress.
Yeah.
Cradling me.
You guys are climbing the mountain. He's just got you.
His little thumbs like this.
I'm in a different bound. That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, I don't think at this point I've got a hand on you. Yeah.
I'm gonna reach up and go to like clasp Siromon's arm and say, one way or another, we're gonna figure this out. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No.
The man clasp,
the man.
your Roman handshake. Yeah.
Yeah. You know.
I appreciate it. I guess we have to deal with this change first. You're the one who's going into this with, I want to say, the most knowledge, but it also sounds like maybe not. So, if you,
It's
Wild.
body.
Wild.
we're,
Wild to say, you dumb fuck, you don't know shit.
I want to say,
All right.
all of this is confusing. It sounds like we're learning too much, but we are.
Quickly.
Yes, we are in this together. So,
One thing I will tell you, Siromon, is I am much older than you. So, as you're,
I was 40 for a while. So were you still older than that, or
a lot.
how old are you?
I'm not quite sure.
Then how do you know you're older?
A feeling. I'm was gonna say it like that. We should go.
Oh, okay.
Catch up.
Yeah. I mean, I was 20 years older, so I guess I understand that feeling. But
Galliard or Ray, you are leading the column up. So which one of you went in front as these two had their conversation behind?
I can't stealth.
I
you
thought
know
we were
that.
just sitting out there.
Oh, did
What'd
you
you
want to? Did you want to actively be climbing, or did you just want to sit out there and wait?
I'm fine with whatever. If
Because you can have
if
that
they saw
conversation
us-
on the move.
if they saw us talking and didn't keep walking, I think we would have stopped too. But
Yeah.
up to
Yeah,
they
if we're all moving together, then yeah, I think Ray would take the lead, considering that.
Ray, give me a survival check for the final ascent to the peak of Beekeeper Peak.
Can I occasionally yell no to the left?
Yeah, you can help. Yes, that'd be survival.
Give it
with
advantage,
Yep.
That's not stable. That's not stable.
22.
Great. That's
I like
not
it, you're-
stable as you press down onto some snow and it all shunts away down below you as you pull your foot back and with a 22 lead them up the safer paths to the peak. I would say it'd be around 7 or 8 a.m. when you all woke. So for the rest of the climb, it'd be approaching late morning, 10:45, 11, when you're finally light of breath as the air is thinner up here, ascending the top of Beekeeper Peak. And even with the night, the view is magnificent as you look out upon the vastness of the Othamor as you all take those final steps to the surface. And you see through starlit and moonlight cascading down from the sky above the vastness of the beautiful Sirios mountain ranges with numerous different clouds that pass through their peaks above and below them. Looking down, you see the ever expanding fields of beautiful flowers. And almost sometimes on the wind as it dances up the mountainside, you can hear the faint hum of bees in the dayside part of it, which of course you can't see through this night. Velseis, when you come up to the surface, you see what the others have also noticed. Peeking through the surface of some of the rock seems to be ruin. Deep, dark, black stone brick, long crumbled into nothing, but the remains of a wall and a small turn, stairs that lead up only 3 steps up to a flattened platform that is now all covered in snow. But there's one place that isn't covered in snow. There's a small delve in the rock that looks around your height, laid out. We're not taking a break, boys. So let's.
I was not expecting, to be honest.
Yep.
My pattern recognition said break time.
Yep.
That's so funny.
Nope, you have to deal with this right now.
Yep.
Problem
Nah.
solving. You don't get to think about it.
Welcome to your birthplace, essentially.
Grave.
Yep.
Great.
Your birthplace and your grave.
Could be. The wind up
Do
here.
we got to put you back to rest right here?
I beg your pardon?
Looks oddly familiar.
I'm gonna glance towards it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
What's the
assuming I
chain
read.
doing above us? Like, what is it?
Softly rotating. It's wider than the peak upon which you now stand.
Mhm.
And it's almost at eye level if you look out.
Oh, like for me, it is. Like,
Yeah, for you it would be if you all stood on the platform there, the 3 steps that lead up to a stone platform with the ruin of the wall. It was obviously a building at some point. It's not anymore.
Yeah.
Then it would be eye level. It's a green chain. And you see that their energy occasionally flits out from the center of it, which is not in your space, but slightly above it, definitely above the peak itself. Almost like the very top of the ruin is touching this dark star that is just perfectly floating there.
So it looks almost like it's attached to the star. It's floating above the ruin, correct?
You see, it's like strands of energy that will occasionally pull out of the chain, dance across and connect to the star before leaving the chain entirely and being absorbed by the star. It's a continuous process of that happening. It's
That's
not a
interesting.
permanent connection. It's just fucky wucky
drawing.
magic is happening,
It's
and
drawing,
it's staying
it's
there.
drawing power
Yes,
from the chain,
yes,
causing, I'm assuming, the night.
yes. And now that you're up here, you see it in person. You've assumed it was a wave, but now you see as a cascading wave of nightfall washes over you all as it passes down the mountain out. And you know, with each pulse, the night grows larger.
Looking at the building, do I recognize the dilapidated architecture?
You recognize it from waking, yes.
The construction, does it look like anything I've seen before?
It looks familiar. Very familiar.
As in, would I put it together if it was a piece of the city of Lathrop?
This is the city of Lathrop. It is a piece of it, yes.
The ruins?
This small ruin. It's like Weathertop and Fellowship of the Ring. There's nothing left. It's just the skeleton of what was once a tower is here.
Uh-huh.
And you are already inside the outer walls of what was once that tower. Like the whole peak was once this tower.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, I want to look towards the chain and say, I don't know. I'm not sure how we're gonna break this.
Now, I remember when we killed the Dryad, his wound was healing, right? And you said it was like chains were putting him back together or something like that in his wound, or was I tripping?
Finger.
Okay, so...
And a chain, a piece of the chain was added to the edge of his spear, wrapped around it.
Correct. And I'm the only one who saw this, which we haven't even talked about it. Shoot.
Is your spear out, Velseis?
How long was the hike? That's real.
Oh, it was the morning. Like, good.
Oh
it was
yeah,
the morning.
it'd be
yeah.
put up.
You've been walking, sticking it? Yeah.
Yeah, I've been walking, sticking it the whole way up.
You didn't look until now. The green chain that wrapped around your spear isn't touching it now. It is perfectly orbiting it in a circle.
How long is the chain?
It's as long as it was, the piece that wrapped itself around. It's just perfectly orbiting it now and connected into a circle.
I want to approach Velseis and I just want to ask, do you feel anything? And then I kind of want to motion towards like where I saw his wound was.
I'm gonna reach at my chest and then look towards the chain.
You touch your chest. And the wind falls away. Galliard's words are nothing. As you touch your chest and you look up, and you see you are now on one of the fortress watchtowers. The smaller islets that were able to leave from the grander islands of the city of Lathrop. You recall that the Council of Captains had worked with the Council of the Magi to establish a defensive perimeter around the entirety of this basin here in this continent of Wildmount. And you knew that these little fortress towers were perfect to be put onto mountain peaks to act as early warnings for if any of the gods and their armies were to approach the city of Lathrop. You knew this one. You toured it every year. That's how you spent a good 4 months of your year, would be touring the fortresses, making sure that the defenses were up to date and that the soldiers there were as peak as you had trained them to be. This is your fortress, one of many. And you blink and you are back on a mountaintop.
I'm gonna. It's just glimpses, Galliard, just flashes. I'm gonna turn and make my way towards my grave, my
Okay.
birthplace.
Okay. Some of the snow seems to hang in the air in that space and slightly above it and not move. Just perpetually floating there.
Is there a general shape?
No. Just like a small bit of the snow stays. The delve isn't human shaped, or well, half elf shaped for you. It's like an oval. You'd be able to fit into it, but it's not like completely to your parameters, so to speak. But you do see that there is a hole around where your chest would lie in the rock.
Smells bad. Above table, my spidey sense is saying, no way.
We got to put you back. Lay down.
If you guys club me up the head, stuff me in the hole. I'm gonna burn a knowledge of past life.
Okay.
And reach down to touch the opening.
Okay.
Where I would I'm assuming I would have laid.
The fortress is burning. And as you look out over the side of this peak, this last great hive of your allies, you see that in this midday sun, the city is afire. And you know that you must get to the teleportation circle in this fortress to get back to try to save your wife before it's too late. You two see him run to the edge of the fortress ruin, look out, and then run back to the center of the platform and stand there like something will happen before Velseis, you blink back into where you are now, on the mountain peak.
I think if I see him running towards the edge, I'd start running that way, and then I'd meet him when he comes back.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'd actually probably grab you and hold you in place and say, Velseis, are you okay? What are you doing? Don't do that.
I'm gonna come to and just crumple to my knees.
I'm holding in midair.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't make it. I never made it.
I'll set you down. Made it where?
Lathros, I never made it back.
I'm going to look at the other two and say, do you understand what that means?
I mean, I stay quiet, but I know it's the first time I think I put two and two together that Velseis and Lathros are connected, even though I suspected it, I guess. But I will keep it to myself. Because you're going crazy right now.
You're literally gone crazy.
You would have known. He's mentioned that Alondra Rodriguez was
mentioned
his
it to you
wife.
once.
Yeah.
That's right. We did have a conversation.
Yeah.
I'll take it back. I stay quiet. Hey, they my secret to tell, bro.
Then I think
I'm just behind him going like,
Let's make a mockery.
I think I would just keep you in place, but with like a gentle touch, and I would just kind of let you go through whatever this is, because I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, so looking at the spear and the chain and his wound or whatever, I mean, I would obviously approach him and say,
Sure.
it seems that you and this chain are connected a lot more than we had anticipated. Has he did he make his way to the altar thing yet, or wherever like he woke up?
I was
from?
running right back to the center.
He was running towards where he knew a teleportation circle had been placed.
Oh, okay. So not the area where he woke
he's
up.
Currently standing where it would have been, which is the flat platform that is a ruin now.
I'm gonna, in a panic, I'm gonna drop. I'm gonna kind of try to move Siromon off me, and then drop to the floor and start trying to uncover snow, trying to find the circle.
Okay.
I think I'd start helping him. I'm just.
Give me an investigation check with
Jesus.
advantage.
And then I got a investigation. That's gonna be a 15.
That's with advantage?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
advantage.
You are able to clear the snow. It takes a couple minutes to get it all out of the way. There was a circle here at one point. You see the outlines of some of the carved-in geometric shapes, arcane runes, and odd symbols that would equate to, I can go from here to anywhere.
Oh,
Or I can go from here to a specific point in the network of these. But there's not enough left that it could be activated. In fact, half of the circle seems to be missing. In a perfectly straight line.
oh, like bisected.
Mm-hmm. And even where there was carving in, the carve just stops. You recall that some of the walls in the Hall of History had been wiped blank. And you don't know exactly
Erased.
how.
Do I here's a loaded question. Do I remember what the circle looked like in my memory? Or is that wiped?
The
blank?
thing is, you were never a spellcaster like that.
Mm.
So even if you did, you
Wouldn't
wouldn't
even
be
acknowledge
able to dictate it. It was more,
Not photographic.
you were a military man. This was a tool, not a language to you.
I'm gonna say that as I cleared off the snow, I calmed down.
Okay.
I don't know fully why I came back, but I think introductions are in order.
But we already
Introductions
know
of?
you.
No,
I think he means introduction from the chain on a spear to the chain in the sky.
and then I'm gonna go
You
ahead.
throw that up there?
No. I'm gonna go ahead and go reach into my bag and grab my journal, right? My recounts of
Mm-hmm.
everything that I know.
Yep. I
And
believe you kept
I'll
it on your belt. Don't
Thank you.
Yep.
It would have been on my belt. So I would have reached down and pulled it out.
He's got this cool leather journal pouch that y'all have been jealous of because none of you have it. Yeah.
I steal it.
Okay, you've got it. Your journal.
I'm gonna open it up and crack it to the first page, and let them know. I'm like, my name is Velseis Watch. I am a captain of the last guard of the city of Lath.
Would I know that city name?
I don't know.
You could give me a history check, but it would be
It's
distant for
freaking
you.
old.
We can just say no then. Because I
Yeah.
don't think Siromon was a studious monk. You know what I mean? So
No.
then
No.
I'm gonna look to the group and say, do you know of this city?
I thought something about Lathyrus was mentioned when we were meeting with the Marquette or the Marquis.
Yeah, the Lithurian,
With the
I wasn't in
Lithurian
that.
chamber.
I know
That's-
we had talked about it. I'm not
that
sure
meeting, so-
you brought that up
No.
with the Marquis.
I brought it up as far as we had asked about Bloodkeeper Morna. Which one is it?
Blood Ticker Morna.
Blood.
Yeah,
blood taker.
we had asked about her in the chamber, so we did ask about that. So the Lithurian chamber was mentioned.
That might have been when I was spilling the wine. I don't know. I can't remember.
No, this was like
Yeah, it was during the meeting before we got attacked. Yeah, it was before we got attacked.
That meeting. Okay,
Yep.
gotcha. Well, I still wouldn't know about the city.
All you need to know, Siromon, is it was a long time ago.
So how are you here?
I think that's what we're trying to figure out because
I don't know.
From what we talked about, you woke up here.
I'm gonna grab my spear and gesture towards the hole in the ground, the circle.
You point the spear tip at it. Cool. It leaves your hands and flies into the hole and embeds itself where it was embedded through you.
I'm gonna stand there with my hand out.
Mm-hmm.
That was where I woke up. I'm just gonna,
How exactly did you wake up? Like, what did you wake up to?
being ran through with my own sphere.
And you weren't hurt?
I was badly hurt.
It's the hole in your chest.
You have
You have a hole in your chest?
I say that nonchalantly because it just slipped out because I'm shook right now.
And then I'm gonna look from the sphere, right? Because I'm still Yes, I do.
Does it hurt?
DM.
The valid question.
Does it hurt? I know it twinges at times.
Not now.
Not a lot hurts.
Ray, can you heal that?
Can't heal dead, so
The benefit
well,
of
I
your
can, but not
I
like that.
resent that.
the benefit of your leather armor is the clasps are easy to open. You could show them.
I'll go ahead and unclasp just to show them this fucking gaping half-healed or quarter-healed hole.
There is no heart. There's the majority of the lungs, some of the esophagus, things like that. There is skin and an opening. You see some of it has freshly scarred into a healing patch, but there's a hole straight through him. You can see through it. In fact, from where you're standing, you see through it and you see the spear embedded in the rock behind it.
Thinking back, I think I already knew about the hole when we were chained up together and the guy touched
Correct.
your chest.
Yeah.
So I already knew you
This
had a
is
hole
more
in your chest.
Siromon.
I take that back.
Yep.
This is just
So
Sarah.
are you a zombie?
That's rude.
He is
Well, I
technically
asked him if
undead.
he was a vampire before, but
That's also rude.
you didn't know what a vampire was.
I still don't.
Well, were you? I guess the question that maybe you don't have an answer to is who raised you and why.
He's getting it. I'm gonna point to. He gets it.
I don't think he. Yeah, he gets it.
I get it,
Yeah, you
do,
got
because
it.
I don't.
but I ask questions.
I don't get it. You don't get it. I'm here because I want to get it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, let's get it.
With that, I'll turn to go to try to retrieve my spear,
Yeah,
knowing
I still think you throw it up there.
above table.
You
It's a
try.
mistake.
You try to call it back, it won't answer, so you walk over and you pull it out.
Can you normally call it back? Does it return?
I'm gonna stop and be puzzled.
I can't remember if I've
It-
seen it in action.
Yes,
It disappears
it's a
and
party trick
reappears.
for me. I do it all the time. That's
Party trick.
That
D-
Galliard
DM?
can now do with his slave too.
I did know that. I
Was-
guess I can't remember. I see Velseis do that in the fight.
Was I ran through in the front or the which way was the
Hey,
spear?
yo.
Yo,
Who,
Raising-
which
why not
train?
both? Why not
Wild.
both?
I was gonna say it doesn't have to be one.
The Veiled Light After Dark.
Hey, yo. Follow
Waves
us
of
on
darkness.
OnlyFans.
A big one.
Velseis
Only
Feet Picks,
Faye.
$100 a pop.
It's on your only face.
When you awoke, the spear's head was through your back, and you were looking at the spear's butt and shaft. pointing out into the sky, and you pulled it out this way.
Gotcha.
What if we put you back the exact same way you awoke?
I made
The
that
spear
joke
through your
already.
chest. No, but I'm being serious. I'm not
What
joking.
if he gets stuck there?
I could
I've
pull him
gone,
out.
I've gone out before, and without 3 other people helping me.
You don't know how many people killed you.
Fuck
Do you?
you. But that's fair.
Okay, I was gonna say. I mean, maybe you do know how many people.
I don't.
What are you guys doing?
Are you laying in the hole, buddy?
Above table, guys. Let's get some talking on here. What are we gonna do? Do we run
I
me
think you throw
through?
the spear at the thing.
Yeah, so the question is, if you throw the spear at the thing, is it going to come back to the same hole that it did earlier, right? And if it does, then that means we're going to just have to put the spear right through you again.
Well, so the spear is guiding itself to the slab, not the ring, right? Not the chain.
Correct.
Not the chain.
So I don't know if that will do anything. I think it might have to do with the slab. Like I don't know what to do, but it's pointing us there, you know?
So the spear went to the slab, right?
The spear
Yeah.
went to where I died.
It went to where he
Oh,
died.
Away. Sorry, that's
No,
what
where-
I mean when I
where
said
it was
slab.
impaled. Yeah, I got you.
So not away from the chain, but like not the chain.
Yeah.
But I don't know like what your death rebirth site,
It holds something.
and I don't know what to do with it.
No, I sure as hell don't want to run myself through.
Ray, is there a magical effect that seems to be coming from right there, or is there a divine sense, Galliard, that's
Oh,
coming
if you-
from right there?
Let me just give me 10 minutes.
Okay.
I'll ritual cast detect magic.
You start lighting the incense, doing all the yeah, and
So while he's saying that, I will tell them that, like, anytime that I've ever used divine sense within, with Velseis in the area, I always get a hint of undead.
You already told us that.
You are a zombie.
Did I?
you said
Oh,
that,
you said it was getting weaker.
you
I
said that
remember.
last
Yeah,
time
yeah,
it
you're
grew
weaker.
Yeah.
Oh, bet,
Yeah.
easy.
If I am, I'm
I'm
less
not sure if I told you guys.
zombie.
Well, that's interesting. If you are becoming less undead, what has caused you to become less undead?
When we killed the Dryad,
Was that when it changed?
that's when you healed up.
So that's
you know,
you had like a full hole and it went down to 3/4.
a
Now-
quarter, but
I didn't use divine sense with you in the area again until we got out of the
For Ostagroth.
Yeah, for Ostagroth. That's when I first used it after we killed
After
the
the
Dryad. And you've changed significantly, so I would assume that that's the changing moments.
yeah. It's like I can almost taste things again.
So you do feel different.
Yeah.
Maybe your rebirth is coming from a nature spirit or something then? The Dryads
Is this-
are pretty connected to those, right?
Does this feel?
Okay.
I'm gonna look towards the chain. Does this feel like nature? Can I do an insight check on the chain?
Yes, yes.
Are you nature?
It's D&D. You 100% can.
I'm gonna do an
I'm
insight
gonna
check
put
on
my
the chain.
book down for a
You're
second.
gonna
I'm gonna
hashtag
go.
vibe check the chain, bro.
I mean, it's very eldritch. It's very warlock, right?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
very
much like,
warlock.
oh.
It's very warlock.
What were you saying, Ray?
I put my book down while I'm ritual casting. I'm like, I'll get back to this in a second.
I got a nat
He's
20.
Okay, all right.
What is that? I've never had that many. I'm so done. Like, dude, no hands, right? No hands.
Yeah.
Pull.
Oh yeah, show us.
We try, yeah.
I can't pull it.
No,
Like, yeah, oh, yeah,
it's not gonna
It's
show.
all good. It's all good.
The
Your
background.
green screen's not gonna show.
So say it.
Oh, that'll make it for a
Damn.
wild TikTok of him. Just
I'm just gonna. All right, guys. Hands off. Hands off. I'm gonna take.
yeah, send a photo. That's
That's
how
be
we should
20,
do it.
21 for a vibe
If you-
check on that
From
chain.
now on,
boys.
if you get crits, let's send a photo in the group chat because that's fun.
There you go.
That's-
Yeah,
Yep.
I like
Yep.
it.
You feel nothing but memory. from the chain. It's the feeling when you are able to finally recall a moment of who you are. It's not that the chain has any malevolence or generosity or love or hate. It's that being this close to it, it feels like the memory of a long lost friend.
Telling you, dude, your death is also your rebirth, bro. We gotta get you back in there.
Dude, okay. I'm gonna go.
Let me finish this spell first.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Let's wait.
We had to
I'm
wait
gonna
10
wait.
minutes, bro. It's not like we.
If
got
could
stuff to do.
you are you willing to divine sense again and see maybe if there is a similar undead
aura?
something from the site?
I can do divine sense again. I think I'm gonna just get celestial from like the chain potentially. So I'll just do divine sense via just just it's not the technical term, but whatever you said earlier. For some reason, cosplays in my head, but that's not the term that I was thinking of. For the story,
Oh, you don't want to do the mechanics of it.
the mechanics.
You
yes,
don't want to
it
burn.
was-
You don't want to
Because
burn.
the
it.
No. I'll burn it anyways because I'm so used.
He
to it.
has to.
If you're burning it, I'm always going to give you the mechanical benefit as well.
Oh, okay. Okay, then
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
burn it and do both.
Okay. You get celestial from the chain.
Figured I would.
You get
I get
undead,
undead.
from the star.
Oh,
From what?
The star.
Time out. Hold on. I think I missed this when I was on the. I had to use a quick bathroom
There's a
break.
star in the
What
center.
the fuck is a star? There's a star in the center of the chain
In the
floating.
center of the chain, there is a star. Now, last time, when somebody was peeking into the ethereal while tripping balls, they could not look at the chain because it was as bright as the sun.
That's
right.
That
Too fucking bright.
mind blown. Mind blown right now.
Right
Okay.
now, your medallion is repulsed away like it would from an undead thing, something that it is disgusted by, from this star, and it is both drawn to and feared of the chain like it would with a celestial that it either trusts or does not.
I'm getting celestial.
And you get a little bit of undead from Velseis, the normal. That's usual.
I'm getting celestial from the chain. Undead from Velseis and the star. If that makes sense.
But nothing from the site, the death site,
No.
right?
I thought I'd get anything from there. Just the DM only told me the star, the chain, and
Who's the DM?
God only told me.
but yeah,
celestial.
It looks like the star in the middle is undead, just like you.
Interesting.
Leaning on my spear, like I've done 100 other times or hundreds.
Yep.
With the point down and then the butt up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go to rest my hands. Normally, where I'd like grab the chain.
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna go ahead and go to rest like normal.
Yeah.
Then bump this floating portion of the spear. Anything?
Yeah, your hands rest on them. They kind of stop you from falling down the shaft any further of the spear.
But they feel like how are they stuck there? Are they like just like
Well,
is there any movement?
They were rotating, but now they've stopped because your fingers are there.
I think we wait to see if there's any specific magic that Ray can detect.
Yeah, Ray, hurry up, bruh.
Still reading. Just give me it.
We need to act out another 7
10 minutes passed. Okay, we're
I
good.
got it. Cool.
The spell activates.
Mm-hmm.
You get... It's odd. The divine energy pouring out of the chain is intermingled with the school of abjuration, which you know is protection, sealing, locking away, separating, and purifying schools of magic. That's what that is. The star reeks. It doesn't have a school. It's horrific. What is spilling out of it that you can now detect with the effects of this spell. It washes out like a waterfall raining down across the mountainside. Just a torrent of otherworldly energy. It's not right.
And then any magic from the little crater site?
Nope.
Okay.
Just an odd after effect. Not like that a school is still present, but that something happened and it left an imprint. And that imprint is still there. I guess if you had to put a school ordain a design to it, we could say it'd be divine. So the floating in the air, it's, for your guys' reference, if you played Skyrim, you know the tear in the Throw of the World?
Yeah.
Where you can look through time in the game, not here. It's that same thing where like stuff is floating where it shouldn't be. It's like this point here has been altered in how the rest of the universe works to where this place works differently.
So it should, gotcha. It
Just
shouldn't be.
slightly, yeah.
Interesting.
So I'm starting to piece some things together. Tell me what you guys think. You're talking about divine energy from, or celestial energy from the chain, and the star has undead, Galliard, and I'm noticing with my detect magic that the chain has divine energy and abjuration, which is protection magic. I don't know what's going on with the star. It seems otherworldly to me.
It's powerful abjuration. Like
The chain?
the what's coming off of it, it's because you can gauge like the amount of magic as well with detect magic, and it's you don't even think Ruddy Pete could cast an abjuration spell of this level.
And I'm noticing divine magic from the site that Velseis woke up from. You said that you were at the Quiet Marsh. I saw a lot of symbols of the Raven Queen there. I'm assuming you were brought back to life from the Raven Queen. Is that your patron who gave you your magic abilities?
Not at all.
Has nothing to do with the Raven Queen.
I mean, it does. She told me she isn't pleased.
Isn't pleased.
She also told you that your fate string is bound to another.
I know. That's what I'm trying to.
We try to keep
It's
it
not-
vague.
Yeah, it's not so much as her that brought me back. She doesn't know who. I don't. Quite frankly, at this point, I told you what I know.
It's one of the gods. Their energy is still here.
Where? The chain?
Your
I'm
site.
trying to clarify.
The site where you awoke. There's still some divine magic from this site radiating.
I'm gonna go point with my spear again and see.
It flings out and embeds itself into the hole that it was in.
I'm telling you, we gotta put you back in that shit.
I'm gonna start digging up the dirt. I'm gonna start
Dig
digging
out
up
my
the dirt.
grave.
Okay. Yeah. No,
That's actually a good point.
go for it. Give me let's do general athletics. Let's say you can just start shoveling snow out of the way.
You're
I'm gonna go to
You're
help
doing
him.
the arm
I'm gonna
shovels. You're just moving the whole thing with your whole body, that kind of thing. You said 17?
Yeah.
A couple minutes pass. You're able to completely clear the ground around this. It is the surface of the tunnels, but on top. It is that stuff. But occasionally peeking through are points of the dark stone, broken up. The point that the delve is in is slightly elevated, like it was pulled up.
Velseis, throw your spear one more time.
Let me go ahead and just
Yep.
get
You
literally.
pull the spear out, you take a few steps back, you point it again, it clings right into that point where it was.
Does it land differently? Like, does it look like it's trying to go through the ground? I guess is my question.
Ooh, good question. Or is it perfectly sad?
Make a perception check.
Advantage. 16.
Let the DM think for a second.
I guess what my question is, I was trying to determine if the plot of land there is where the spear kept trying to go, or if it's trying to go through the ground into something underneath, and there's something stopping it from doing so.
Where that magic was coming from.
Yeah, that's my guess, but I'm trying to determine if it's his rebirthing site or if it is whatever's from below.
Here's what I'll give you.
Okay.
The spear seems to be trying to go to that point where it is. However, the jutting up of the ground around that point doesn't seem to match the construction of the rest of the mountain. There are points where you can see the crack between, and you see the older stone brick is giving way to something else. Marble. Hewn, cut, pristine marble that has been broken and is now up here for some reason.
Can I try breaking off some of the dirt to get more view of the marble?
Yeah. It's marble bricks, like you would lay out for a beautiful palace or a great temple. But you don't see outside of this pocket here, you don't see marble bricks. You see the stone brick of, like the hardy stone brick of a fortress that you would make a fortress out of. You would not make a fortress out of this marble. It's too expensive and it's not strong enough.
Is there a building underneath the ground?
Give me a nature check.
Fuck yeah. I'm so good at nature.
I'm gonna
16.
point.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm gonna point to the star and say, "Do you guys want me to try to dispel that?"
Do you think
You
you
could.
have magic to do that?
Question: is the
Just a
star
thing to
right
try.
above? Is the star directly above where the spear is trying to
side?
go?
No?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
It's above the central point of the mountain itself.
Okay.
Because remember I told you it layers up?
Yeah.
Each layer gets smaller. They're symmetrical.
Yeah. Have we been to the center yet? Like, did we go there?
I think some of you have passed under the star, walking to and forth on this surface. So,
But we're
yes,
offset a little bit. Where we're,
but currently you're offset. You're not
How
under.
high?
Yeah. If I go to the center, like
90
where the
feet.
star is, how high would it be from me? Like directly above me?
15, 20 feet.
Shit. Okay.
Well, I was saying throw the spear in it.
So I can throw my spear,
Well,
or I also have Thunder's Step.
Hold on. That nature check. What
What
was it?
nature?
16.
16. And judging from the creation of the tunnels below, this may be information you already have. I'm just trying to word it in a way that will help.
Yeah.
And from what little they've told you of, have you mentioned Velseis or Galliard, the fall of the Arachnal Hive to him at all? Because that was mentioned in the Hall of Histories. Have you mentioned that at all?
Well, okay. I remember talking to these two about the
Yes.
Arachnal people.
You gave like a
So I
general
would-
overview, yeah.
Yeah, but
Right.
it's because I don't remember everything. So I would say that I would have told them everything I've learned from the Lithurian chamber or whatever.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
That's just what I'm saying.
Perfect. If the hive had fell, how is this mountain here? This mountain had to have been built after the fall of the hive, which means that anything that may have survived the ruin of the hive would have been built over or potentially built through. And if you do that with an arachnal crawler, like the tunneling, that stone has to go somewhere. It doesn't just disappear. They were kicking bones out into refuse piles. That means they weren't dissolving the stone. It means they were moving it. If this jut is appearing through the surface upwards, containing a different kind of stone than everything around it, then that means it came from somewhere below.
Right.
So they pushed everything up to build down.
Up and out. Because it's a beehive.
Yeah. I think we should try a few things on the star.
Sorry. It's,
Yeah. So
Or
the
like-
marble, the marble, does it look like it's one sheet of stone, or does it look like it's been cut?
different cuts of stone. Most of them are broken.
But it's like they've been pieced together, like it used to be a marble floor.
Like they would have been laid together, yeah. Like, as I said, you were building a beautiful temple. You would use this as the floor.
I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Ray, if you want to try Dispel Magic and see if that affects it,
I get what you're saying.
we could do that, and then Velseis could throw the spear, because then we could get it back pretty easily.
I imagine that whatever we're going to do up here isn't going to be what deals with this chain and star, and we're going to have to go back inside. But I'd be happy to try to dispel this star.
Well, I guess it's like mid-afternoon now, right? Because it took us a while.
I would say it's noon. Yeah.
Noon? Okay.
If you
I
could
guess
see
I'd-
the sun, it'd be directly above.
I don't want us to use too much handling this if we know we're going into danger. I didn't make friends with the grasshopper people yet, so I don't know what we're going to be dealing with when we go back in.
Grasshopper people.
But I'm going to try. I will say that. I will still try.
Mhm.
The collapsed building, is it tall enough for me to reach or climb it?
Yeah.
To reach the star?
You could jump.
I'll put it on my
Question.
shoulders.
Do you get the
15
same
feet off the ground.
I'm 7 feet, so yeah.
do you get the same sense of undead that you do from me from the back stone?
Well, it's technically more undead
More.
than you. Yeah.
Just like I described with Ray, it's waves of it.
Bad shit. I
Question.
either
We
jump up
we-
there and I touch the chain or touch the star.
I was just gonna ask if we ever found out, like through the chamber, what the arachnal people look like.
I don't think we did. There's no description of them, just mentioned.
There were some of these stone tablets that were enchanted with the
Yeah.
illusory message were wiped clean.
Just say no. It's fine. God damn it.
I'm more descriptive than no.
Still holding a finger up to the star. Am I doing it?
Yeah, he's got a dispel
My
magic
fear
charging.
is if we want to try a few things, I think that's fine. But we know we're going to go into danger, so we would have to long rest again.
I mean, I can just try to use one spell.
Do it.
I still have more
Give it a
spells.
shot. Give it a shot.
Do it.
Okay,
Just for example,
so,
What
so
level are you casting dispel magic?
I mean, dispel magic is just 3rd level. So
Oh, wow.
if it's 3rd
You
level
can
or lower,
outcast it.
it ought.
Hey, we're
We
level
only
5.
have 3rd
Yeah,
level. We're
that's
level
fine.
No,
5.
I know, but yeah.
So if it's at 3rd level or lower, then it
It's gone.
ends. If it's higher, 4th level or higher, I make a DC equal or DC roll equal to 10 plus the spell level.
Okay. Okay. You need to make that roll.
Okay. Am I going through with it, guys?
Give it a
Yeah.
shot.
Okay.
Send it.
So
Can't hurt.
I will.
No, I guess I
Yeah,
don't
it's
understand
a
that. Hurt a lot.
120 foot. It's a 120 foot range.
Mhm.
So I'll stand straight underneath it, I guess, and
Yeah.
Mhm.
cast dispel magic at 3rd level, and I will roll.
It'll tell us the
Ooh.
level of the spell. Above table.
What?
So it should tell us.
He'll just say if it fails or not.
So
Give
I
it to us,
rolled an 18
Mm-hmm.
plus my spell modifier, which is 4,
Mm-hmm.
so 22.
Okay. One of the tendrils of energy that is falling into the star disappears. And as it does, the star grows slightly.
Yikes.
Is that good or bad?
Seems you made it worse.
You can't see stars anymore. The top of this mountain peak is nothing but darkness.
Oh shit. So worse.
How's the dark vision doing?
Do we have any more
This is
yellow honey?
magical darkness.
Mhm.
Did you buy more
have
yellow
any-
honey? I believe
Did we
somebody
buy-
did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually,
I
yeah.
have one.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Do you want to trade for a healing one?
I mean, we don't need a trade. I'll just ingest the yellow honey.
Oh shit, you're gonna do it?
You're gonna do it? I was offering to do it.
I think you guys both do it. What's the elephant?
Yeah, considering that he did it already, he already knows what to
Already done
expect.
it,
I'm just saying.
that's- Yeah, but you, I mean, you would
I
be
mean,
able
all
to.
he did was describe that the star, he couldn't see the beekeeper because it was too bright.
I thought you were trying to dispel the
I mean, I saw a
star,
bunch of other stuff, but like, it's if you
Yes.
want to do it, I'm not stopping you. I was just offering, like, I wanted to do it. You know.
I'm saying,
Fuck it.
hold on. Ray, you're smart enough. The dispel worked, surprisingly. It shouldn't have. But there's so much magic of spells like it that have been put onto this star that you took maybe 1/1000th of its power away in a successful dispel. And since we're out of combat, instead of shoveling it down 6 seconds, we'll say like the next 30 seconds is just a spoonful, just handfuls of honey. As you're eating this yellow honey, your eyes open up and you cannot see.
That's what I was
It's-
worried about. It's gonna be bright.
It's like you are standing on the surface of the sun.
I'm going to.
Guys, it has the opposite effect. It's so fucking bright.
I wanna grab you and I wanna walk you to the edge and have you look down.
Okay, I'll look
And
down.
what do you see when you look down the mountain?
Looking down, you see the Othamore, the Sirios Mountains around you. You see the beautiful plains. You see there's a column of smoke coming up from part of Otha.
Putting two and two together, I'm assuming that's the bridge that burned down that Ruddy told me about.
Yeah, but the smoke's still black.
Still fresh. But we gotta hurry up.
Something's still burning.
They're burning bodies. Oh, I didn't tell you guys that I messaged Ruddy. Hey guys, I messaged Ruddy last night while everyone was sleeping.
Tripping balls, you're like, guys, I messaged Ruddy, and
And he told me that they were burning bodies and a bridge got burned down. And I'm looking over there and I see a column of black smoke.
yeah, and the black smoke is intermingling with a tornado of red that is passing over a single point on Otha.
Which was coming from the Rud water.
It was coming from what we assume was the Murrow's house.
Yeah, you can see the red roofs through the ether, through the ethereal plane.
Okay, so yeah, it's the red washes.
It's the red washes.
Lit.
And you don't. There's nothing more than what I saw when I was on it.
If you look around but kind of cover your eyes from it,
From the bright.
you see particle streams of energy, like a Covenant glass cannon is glassing a planet. It's going straight down through the rock.
Guys, we gotta go inside.
Before we do, can just story-wise, can I shoot some dragon's breath at the star?
Yeah, you can.
Cool.
You want to use your one use of that for that?
Yeah, I'd rarely
What's-
use it.
What's your dexterity save for it?
14.
Cool. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Bet. So
Shoots
that's-
it back at you.
Well, I'm glad you didn't throw the spear at it then.
that is an 18.
Okay, you succeed. What happens when you succeed? You take no damage.
Half damage, but he's immune to lightning.
Cool.
Yeah, that's true.
You're about to dodge out of the way, but then you just eat the impact of your own breath as you let it in. You watched it disappear and then emit perfectly back at you.
Okay, lit. I just want to see what happened.
Yep.
Oh, looks like we're going downstairs. We're going back.
That's
down.
also interesting, the fact that it redirects attacks, but it didn't like redirect magic. Which
That
I
is a
find
dispel.
I felt like I got a pretty good hold on it, you know? It was a pretty good shot.
That makes sense. That makes
The
sense.
Yeah.
dispel isn't an attack. It was a,
I get that. Yeah. I guess I figured it would have a contingency for everything.
Well, I
even
can
something
tell
like
you
dispel
that
magic.
I did really well with that one, and it barely did shit.
Yeah.
So are we trying to go back to the same place where Siromon saw the
I think that's
grasshopper
what
people?
meant.
We could, or I mean, we probably could enter from almost any of the caves. Honestly,
That was the closest one, though.
And that's also the only one that we saw that goes deeper.
I also would like to go back to that
we
one
didn't
to
check
see.
for any of the other ones
I
True,
left,
but why would we risk it checking some other
because it's
stuff?
4 hours to hike back down, and that'll be almost the end of the day.
I think
Yeah,
I think we could just go back to where we just camped, camp again, and then head down. I left a friendly offering to those creatures. I'd like to see if
And they
took
left
it.
theirs too. Yep.
When you get past the poison, it wasn't that bad. So
Mhm.
It was rubbery though.
yeah, a little chewy, but you know, I'm not gonna diss someone else's culture. You know.
So above board for the DM here.
Yes.
So the top of this mountain basically is like 3 different structures almost. We've got like the man-made mountain, what looks like a temple, and then we have the fortress from. Yeah.
No, it's pieces of the temple that have come up from somewhere else.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
there's no temple
So-
here.
So it's not like it's been layered or anything. It's like it's kind of like haphazard laid.
No. And it's laid out. There's like a crown of ruins. You came up into them, and then
Gotcha.
there would have been a central tower, but it's now nothing more than like a corner piece that still rests there.
Lathyrus was a flying city, you said, Velseis? Did it
Yeah.
crash down in this area?
We've in the quiet marsh was the last place we found pieces of.
That's where we
This
found
makes-
that's where we found the Lithurian chamber. So it's safe to assume that
And
pieces
that
of
path to the Underdark.
correct.
This one wasn't like a crash. This would have been one of our watchtowers at the time.
Mhm.
It was
But
purposely
we
put
are
here.
on the ground,
Correct.
not in the air.
Correct. This was
So-
set down here. It was one of our secondary flying fortresses.
Okay.
It's a lot, and quite frankly, it's in pieces.
There's so much I could tell you, and I can't.
More
I think
history than
we
what
need-
I've read about.
I think we need to head back down to the caves.
Yeah,
And-
let's go.
and once we get there, we'll set up camp and we can take another night's rest.
Does anyone have any sunglasses?
You cool. Wear your cool glasses, and I just
They're
started.
pink.
heading
It
down.
just changes it from bright white to bright pink.
That's
Put on
interesting.
my
And
glasses.
the gravesite, was that on the temple? The temple was marble, or was that?
No, it's just there were pieces
Opposite.
of marble that were a part
Yeah, I
of what was
understand.
jutting through. But again, no
Gotcha.
temple up here.
Temple. Okay. I got nothing.
But let's head down.
I mean, unless you guys want to run me through with a spear. I don't think.
Yeah. Lay on the ground and throw the spear at the star.
I want to do that
what
so
happens.
bad, but like,
Fine. I'm gonna go ahead and let's do that. I'll go ahead and lay
You're
in
gonna
my
take so
like,
much damage.
grave.
okay. So here's what I want to do. I don't want to toss the spear up. I want to gently put the spear through his hole.
Oh wait, whoa! You got
Hey
different idea.
yo.
Hey yo.
Oh.
Wait, you want to try and impale him where he was
I'm
impaled?
assuming you're going to open the armor to not damage it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and
Correct.
open. I thought we were throwing it into the.
You would rather throw it randomly and then it just like you lay
No,
down.
fuck it. Fuck it. We try this first and then we throw it.
You lay down. You take the top of the armor off. It's uncomfortable.
I always thought I was kneeling with this thing. Ran through, so I'd be looking at the.
No,
looking
you're
at the
laying down.
butt.
No,
looking
you
up,
were-
and
Yeah.
it's through
You were
Yeah.
full.
Gotcha.
You were
dead.
You were Mark Grayson at the end of Invincible, getting his ass beat by his dad. You were full out.
Okay. Okay.
Uh,
I'm gonna go. lay down.
I would have you. So yeah. Cool.
Except you're gonna have the spear.
Will this
Yeah.
make me less?
It's uncomfortable. Nothing happens.
Okay. Well, hey, it was worth the shot.
And then
Yeah.
I'm gonna burn my last knowledge of a past life.
Okay.
What I choose to do.
You get the
While laying there?
Ran through.
Hey. yo.
God damn.
you get the briefest flash of a figure your height or as tall as the sky running you through and leaving your corpse surrounded by beautiful statues flying in the sky. And that's where we'll pick up next time.
Of course, fuck it is.
Lit.